All right, grinders, we're in here. Let's do this. Gaming Grindhouse is open. All right, grinders, we're in here. Let's do this. Gaming Grindhouse is open.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. Have to quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts. Lot of haters. Tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
What's up, grinders? How you doing out there? How's everybody doing? My goodness, my goodness. Yes, I will be adding that. Definitely, I wanted to add that up here for that one. So how's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody coming on in here. Yo, we got stacked deck. I don't know if we're going to get through all the topics today. A lot going on, but we will do our best here. Shout out to Frogs coming on in later. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Oh, man, it's been a week, hasn't it? Hasn't it been a week? Dude, Dark Zone got the Helldivers too, dude. I streamed that game like craziness. Crazy, man. I love it. I love it. I love that Helldivers too. It's actually been pulling me away from Final Fantasy 7, which is the first topic here on there. But I've been playing that. I've been playing a lot of Helldivers. But Final Fantasy 7, you know, is so much better than the first one. Like they really did a good job on this one so far from what I played. About 3-4 hours in, so I'm not even scraping. I'm just scratching the surface of this game. Not even. So shout out to everybody coming on in. Twisted Sync, what's up? Ron M0 Steel, Bill, Outside Gaming Night, what's up? Shout out to everybody coming on in. Leech, David Rock, to Floyd, what's up? Yo, how you doing? Ron M, yo, hey, Ron M, gifting 5 Gaming Grindhouse memberships. Oh, we're going to get into that. VIPs in the house. Here they come. Twisted Sync in there. Ryan, what's up? Nick, how you doing? Coming on in. Shout out to all the grinders as they come on and hit that like button. What's up, Neil? How you doing? Wild Wolf in here. RPG, what's up? How you doing? Yo, Lucci Sky, Miss Phantom, Nick, and Butcher just got VIPs. Oh, baby. Yo, PC Hawk, what's up, how, man? Yep, well, that's on the list. We got them. Sony's not shutting them down. Come on, PC Hawk, get your facts together. You're on PC all the time. What's going on? What's up, Socrates? How you doing? Helldivers is cracked, dude. It is wild. Twisted Sync member for 21 months. Oh, he's working. He's on that. He's getting ready to go on that platinum grinder over there. Activision rather give away PS5s than an Xbox. Oh, damn, dude. I told you, man. It is like every which way that they go. It is just like. I think that's all of them. When Microsoft, when Phil Spencer walks out of Microsoft headquarters, it's like, let us compete. There's not much I can do. But anyway. It has made the list. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. So, let's go through here. We got Final Fantasy. We can see that. Akira Toriyama. I want to definitely mention some of his games that I played, and y'all, shame of his passing, such at a young age as well. We'll talk about that. Deviation Studio shut down. How PlayStation stays top dog per MSNBC. Again. Microsoft is their own pots are talking about them there. Peter Moore on the Xbox console. The Shawn Layden interview. Shout out to WUPS Podcast. That's where we got the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Oh, yeah. And PlayStation helped Sea of Thieves in secret. Frosted glasses. Now frosted glass windows now haunt Xbox fans because they think PlayStation games are getting developed over there. And then the Xbox meltdown. No game is safe from this. And you can see that if you don't remember, I took inspiration in that thumbnail as Phil Spencer is the real-life Kaiser Sose. And just like that, poof, he's gone. That's what he is, a real-life Kaiser Sose. Just like that, the games are gone. But let's get into the fun things. As we're coming in here, hit that like button, grinders. This is the new part here that we're going to do. The brand new reveal of a brand new Grindhouse Records release. You're going to hear it here as voted by the VIPs and the Ultimate Grinders. So let's go down here. First, we got to do shout out to our VIPs. These are the VIPs. Thank you again for all that you're doing here at the VIPs with Herman Holtz doing the quality splits. Shout out to all the VIPs. This list is growing. They are always partying in the club with Herman Holtz. Yo, we got a chance to see Herman Holtz. 3 buttons undone this time. 3 buttons. He was ready to go. 3 buttons undone. But shout out to the VIPs over there on the Herman Holtz quality splits. The list keeps growing. Thank you, Ron M, for giving those 5 gifted members out. Then we got our Platinum Grinders. Here they come. The Platinum over 2 years being a VIP. And then the Golden Grinders. Just over 1 year being a VIP. Wild. Thank you again for all your support. And then the brand new Ultimate Grinders. There they are. We got the tools in there first, baby. Tools came in there. The Ultimate Grinders. And voted on by them. The Ultimate Grinders. Voted on by them. We just started the Ultimate Grinders. They voted. They had a choice of 4 songs to vote on. Tiebreaker went to the VIPs. So this is, without further delay, we are ready for, that's 1 month in Platinum. Maniolis he's going to go in the Platinum section. Maniolis get on that Platinum section over there. But yes, Ultimate Grinders. Ultimate Grinders, that's the new tier out there. You get access to all the unreleased songs and getting voted on, and vote what song we're going to listen to on the Gaming Grindhouse. So voted on by you. This is for you. This is why I say I want the Grinders to make this their channel and make your own playlist. And I'm going to try to get these songs on Spotify because I want you guys rocking with them. Some unreleased ones, you get full access as an Ultimate Grinder. But they voted on one that will be here and added to the new Gaming Grindhouse Records playlist. And without further ado, here is your winner. Just Buy a PS5. Debuting today. Get ready, Grinders. New music. Hit it.
most important cloud. Yeah, just buy a PS5 and you will see the level of quality. It's a game changer. Graphics to the gameplay. It's a whole new world, can't you say? They got Barrett, and it's Cloud and Tifa. And days how they gonna beat ya. Now you can sign up for the Game Pass for $1, or get a PC to wait. But just buy a PS5 and be that date.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of the same old game, playing on repeat. Gotta break free, gotta find something sweet. Then I heard about a brand new thing, a gleam and dream, PS5. It's the answer. Just buy a PS5 and you see the level of quality. It's a game changer. Graphics to the gameplay. It's a whole new world, can't you say?
There it is,
Me
grinders.
hoping, you know, to get
There it is. The brand new Just Buy a PS5. It is now released on the Gaming Grindhouse Records, so you can listen to it on demand on the Gaming Grindhouse Records playlist. So it's now released to the public. There you go. As voted on by the VIP and Ultimate Grinders, the Ultimate Grinders. There it is. Just buy a PS5. If you want, I'll play it again. I'll play it again because it does hype me up. It does hype me up when we're going to talk about Final Fantasy. Oh, no. Just let me know. Hit that like button. Share it out. Oh, bangers, bangers. The new Power Rangers theme. Or buy a PC to wait. Oh. Hey, man. I will be getting it. I'm going to have to learn how to get that out there to get that to Spotify and playlist. But right now, they're YouTube playlists. So if you subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse Records YouTube playlist, if you just you join that one, you'll just get it into your feed and you can listen to it YouTube Music and stuff like that, or through the podcast on there. No way, hey, you get it. But now, if you're an Ultimate Grinder, there's a bunch of songs on there that I haven't released yet, and they're getting voted on. So they'll be back in the pool, and then they'll be voted on for next week by the Ultimate Grinders for that tier up there. If you wanted to upgrade, if you're the VIP, going to upgrade, you have access to all the songs that are there, or we'll do the one coming out. So anyway, so it's called the Grinds Pass, whatever the hell you want to call it, but it's all the unreleased playlists. And the game that lost, the song that lost this week was Goo Goo Gaga Game Pass game. So it'll go back into the voting for next week, and we'll see if that wins. But if you become an Ultimate Grinder, you could listen to Goo Goo Gaga Game Pass games, which didn't win, and buy a PS5 one this week. So there it is. And speaking of that, they got Tifa, Barrett. They got the most important Cloud, man. The most important Cloud. Cloud Strife. That's what they bought. So, yeah, Final Fantasy is, they added the physics to it, man. Oh, the combat. It's so much more fluid. The open world. It's awesome. Now, I'm playing in fidelity mode. That performance mode is a little blurry for my eyes, especially when I'm playing on the Grindhouse Theater, So, thank you. I appreciate that. You like that song, man? It was good. Yeah, Google Game Pass didn't win. I don't know. Is it MSNBC? It was definitely NBC or somebody Microsoft owns did that one. But, yep, that's quality content. And the quality content to quality people. And that's what you guys are. Guys and girls are quality people, so you get the quality content. Google it goes back into the list. We'll see if it gets voted on. The songs that the Ultimate Grinders are voting on, I also have a new song for them as well. I dropped the song yesterday, 2 days ago for WUPS podcast, so you can listen to that. That got added to the list, and now this one I just moved it now over to the and a public playlist, so you can listen to that one after you watch the show. Of course, you can listen to that on repeat and jam out as you play the PS5 on that one. But Final Fantasy is doing well. I saw some people talking about how Final Fantasy wasn't selling as much as the first one. Hey. It is what it is. It's a credible quality game. It got high ratings. Nobody said the words Metacritic because nobody wants to talk about how it's over 90 over there, and it was hitting there. So, It's MSNBC. That's right. Quality Grinders. That's right. Yeah. So it's hey, it's a quality game. It's incredible. I'm juggling between that and Helldivers 2. So it's been pretty wild with that one. But now I'm definitely gonna try to sit down and play more Final Fantasy there. I know it just came out. That's right. It just came out. Like, oh my goodness. Like, do I have to do another song for these clowns up there?
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Who the hell knows, man? But I tell you, it is wild. It is wild out there. Wild. And this 51 hours in, huge. And I gotta finish Grand Blue Fantasy, so I'm at the final boss still. I gotta finish that as well there. And then speaking of anime, so the illustrator for the creator of Dragon Ball Z passed away. I think it was 68, very young on that. But he did make Blue Dragon, Akira, and I really never played a lot of the I never played a lot of the Dragon Quest games or even the Chronicles. The other, what are they called? The Chronicle game. I haven't played the Chronicle series too much, but Grand Blue Fantasy, not Grand Blue Fantasy, Blue Dragon. I remember when they made a big deal about that with the 360, and they got him to create the Blue Dragon series. And I tell you, that game was incredible for the time that it came out. I remember because I like that one more so because that was announced in addition to it was Blue Dragon, and then they also had Lost Odyssey, and Blue Dragon was like more of the animated game there. Definitely taking a cue from Dragon Quest on that one. And Dragon Quest, that was my first one to play. Like the first one I played was the Dragon Quest 10 on PlayStation. That was the first one that I played. But yeah, it's a shame that he passed away. And I saw everybody coming out from the anime, and just everybody supporting that. Just really sad that he passed away at such a young age there. So rest in peace. And your art will live on. And that's the beauty thing about games and anime and stuff like that. That his art will live on. Just hopefully, so it's special there. So definitely. Yeah, I don't watch too much Dragon Ball Z. I only played like the games. I only played some of the fighting games from Dragon Ball Z. I haven't watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z. My son's trying to get me into watching Demon Slayer, so I've been watching that. I went to the movie and stuff, and I've been watching some of the Demon Slayers on that one. It's pretty wild. The animation in that is pretty incredible in Demon Slayer. But yeah, I wasn't too much into anime stuff. Like I if it spilled over from video games, that's kind of where I got interested in it. And I remember Blue Dragon, I think, even had a show. Like they were making a show with it. I think they did a little short series with Blue Dragon. But that was my introduction to him, was with Blue Dragon for that one. But yeah, the Chrono Triggers, I really never played the Chrono Triggers. I played Dragon Quest, not Dragon Quest 8. I played that one. And yeah, Demon Slayer is good. It is pretty wild, man. And the new season they just announced starts on May 14th. The new season from the movies. The movie was really good, but I know it was like the last episode of the season and the first episode of the new season. So it's the training arc that they're doing now with that. And yeah, I'm trying to get through the I mean, I see Grand Blue. I see you saying Grand Blue and stuff like that. I know it's crazy. That game is incredible too. I didn't unlock half the people. Shout out to Maniola. Sees 1 month and a platinum. I got him there. Okay, let's make sure I didn't miss anybody because I want to make sure I got everybody there. Okay, good. Got everybody for that one on there. Go play Chrono Trigger. All right, I try Chrono Trigger. We added to all my other stuff that I'm trying to play. Holy crap! Oh my goodness! And then I know you guys want to do the Road to WrestleMania. I got to do the Road to Phil Ness. I got to do that one. I got to create that Phil Ness, man. That's the one thing that sucks with those wrestling games is that the characters don't carry over. So the ones that I made don't carry over. You got to redo them again. So annoying. So yeah, Dog Zone. I know, man. It is really good. It is really good. I really enjoyed that one, and I like the show. I like the what they did with what was it? The One Piece. That was interesting as well. But I know One Piece has been going on forever, so that was like crazy to catch up on that one. But yeah, right, Blue Dragon to 360 days, man. I remember that was a big push. That was a big push to get that over there. But yeah, it's a shame they did that. And that game, the Chrono Triggers, okay, I gotta try them. I'll try them out on that one. I'll play those. And then, speaking about, other things that are just kind of, just a downer on here was that the Deviation Studios got shut down. Just to be clear on this with the Deviation Studios, I know One Piece has like 1,000 episodes. I know. It's insane. Deviation Studios was partnered with, they were making a game with Sony. So they, where is that? I want to see. I tweeted out something. I feel like one of the things, and I have it here, one of the things I feel that, and I don't know if things were kind of forced by Smuggling Grapes, Jeff Keighley, but it seems like everything that kind of shows up on his stage, a couple of things that show up on his stage are not getting really, not very favorable here. So we had factions show up on his stage, and then that got, canceled. And then I was like, wait a second. So now Deviation in their game, well, they were also on Keighley's stage. And that's where they announced their partnership as well, that they were working with Sony to make a game from Deviation. They're the people from the Call of Duty studios. But I feel like the owner, they found out that the owner last year, I think it was, moved over to work at Sony. And then Sony can't stop working, like they stopped making their game. And then when they moved that GAAS pivot that was coming out there, and then and then now the studio just, they shut down. But yeah, I don't know, Josh. Jeff Keighley may be getting a little bit of the Mothman on him too. We have Jim Ryan, he's the official Mothman. Phil Harrison is the OG Mothman. Phil Harrison is the original. When you see Phil Harrison, you walk the other way, because hell's coming with them. Yeah, death follows. Don't go to Phil Harrison. Wherever Phil Harrison goes, the studio's coming. If he shows up anywhere else, he was at Stadia, he was at Atari, he's hyped up PlayStation Home, he hyped up the Xbox online check-in 24 hours. Don't follow Phil Harrison, the OG Mothman. But Keighley and some of Smuggling Grapes Fest, I don't know. Won't be on that stage. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's Smuggling Grapes, man. I don't know if he forced people out there to try to, take over E3. But, yeah, don't show up on Keighley's stage if you don't have a gameplay. If you're there to talk, you're in trouble. So just watch out there. And this is how they found out. Shout out to Zuby over there. He goes, after closure of Deviation Games last Friday, he was seeking there. So that's the closure. But they stopped working on the game, I think, about a couple of months ago. And again, I feel like, and the same thing goes to London studio. I really think Sony was banking on a lot of games as a service games. I think that, we need to see what's going on with Fair Games and with Jade Raymond's. But I feel that Sony was really going hard with a lot of these multiplayer games as a service games. And then last year, they started to do the pivot. And maybe it was Bungie's influence, which, it is what it is. But Bungie maybe came in there and gave some advice. But just take their own advice. But I think he went in there with the kibosh. And they said, hey, you know what? Let's just do what we do. We cannot dedicate the studios. And Sony was like, you know what? This games as a service is going to be like a black hole of support needed and a lot of resources on that. So let's not pursue as heavily as we should. And I think that's where a lot of this fallout has been. They kind of and think about it. Maybe they got off of the pandemic and they were going like, oh, everybody's subscribing, everybody loves the service games. Our stockholders are really pushing it, that the subscriptions, there's these kind of these titles that just get recurring revenue. And Sony's like, okay, well, we'll have 12 by 2026. And they pivoted to that. I didn't like that pivot. I was like, no, do what you do well. Don't join the Joneses. Like, if everybody else is doing service games and we're watching them fall flat on the face, you just see multiverses. Friggin' multiverses is coming back. Oh, Unreal 5. Unreal my ass. Nobody's gonna go play that game anymore. Multiverses. How the hell do you introduce characters, play the game, and then take it off the shelf and say, oh, yeah, well, no, we got to work on this some more? After people bought their characters and signed up for passes, the hell out of here. What's up, Toolman? Come on. It's back. You got one chance to make a first impression, all right? Especially with service games. And you got one chance to take people's time away. You know who capitalized on that? Helldivers 2. That took in people's time, and they knew, well, let's throw mechs in over the weekend. Here comes the mechs. Boom. Keep those numbers up. And it is showing how a real service game should be. And it's the least egregious with its battle passes, with any kind of real money. And I love it. I love that Helldivers is having the success that it has without needing all that egregious free battle passes, grinding.
You're my number one customer.
Dailies, weeklies. We don't need any of that trash. Just play the friggin' game and you get stuff. Done. And I love it because that's what they need to be. When the service is in the background, not the service is up front. Oh, yeah, and here's a game attached to it. Because that's what I feel like service games have been. It's been like, oh, yeah, well, how do we get the battle pass to work? No, that's not the priority, 343. Not the battle pass. The priority is what the hell is the game? Oh, yeah, the game's in there. Well, this is not coming. Here's the game. But the battle pass, we got to do a beta test on the battle pass because that's important. How do you buy games? Here, we'll give you some money, fake money, so you can pretend you're buying stuff. That we need that feedback. That's what they beta tested. They beta tested the battle pass. Meanwhile, they gave you 3 maps. And you're still getting elbow pads and knee pads and jock straps to this day. Twisted Sync with the 5. Jason, thank you, his name. Once Jason left Deviation, the writing was on the wall. He did. He left Deviation and went to work for Sony. And, I think, he got wind of that gas. And then Sony kind of, you look at it. Factions, canceled. London studio working on a service game, canceled, closed. Deviation, they're not working on a service first-person shooting game. We're not working on that anymore. And then a few months later, Deviation closes. The leader goes over there. So, the leader goes over to PlayStation. So, it's writing on the wall. And I'm happy that, Sony did pivot the gas because I think fewer games as a service games, better quality. That's what we want to see. We want to see less quantity. Don't flood the market with 10 service games, chumming the water and seeing what hits. Scale it back, do 3 or 4 service games well, and let them live on. And you got a platform right now with Helldivers 2. You got potential crossover opportunities. You have all these kind of things that you could do with Helldivers 2. They got the mechs. The vehicles will probably be next. And and I said this on my stream as well. The one thing I loved about it was that the way they did the meta of releasing the new content, where they made a planet, they put the stratagem behind the planet. So saying that the Autobots were taking it over, the automations were taking over the factories for the mechs, and you had to liberate the planet. So the faster we all got on and played the game and liberated the planet and grind out missions, the faster we would get those stratagems unlocked. It wasn't a date like, hey, come, be here on the 15th and we'll give you the stratagem or you can unlock it. It was like, no, it's behind this planet. Go liberate this planet and then it's unlocked. And on top of that, if you're not at that level, we'll put the stratagem available in other planets for you to utilize. So you could still get a taste of it. You don't have to grind out if you're not a level 25 and have 10,000 credits. You could use it anyway. Everybody gets one on the maps. So they kind of give you the tease. They give you the stratagem to use, but it's not part of your loadout, which is great. So like I was like 2 levels away from buying it. And I was able to rock with it and our team's using it. It was such a creative way to introduce new content to a game without saying, are you a subscriber or did you pay some money? But it's behind this pass. And then now on the 14th, they're going to have a new one for the new battle passes, which looks like as new guns. And the way they're going to do it is probably just list the 3 battle passes out there, like the way they do it. And you just earn the credits and then you just unlock them. So we'll see how they do it. It may require money, but just by playing the game, you earn money that you could buy with real money to unlock the next battle pass. Similar to what Call of Duty does that as well. So if you just get the battle pass and grind out and just play the battle pass, you get enough credits to buy the next one. So I think that's what they're going to do with this one. But yeah, it's a shame seeing the studio close down, but I think that they didn't have a project. They probably couldn't get a publisher, or Sony was just like, yeah, after that project, they were maybe looking for somebody else to try to pick up some work that they were doing, and they just couldn't do it and sustain. And it's a shame these small studios never got a chance, got named and closed, and never had a chance to make a game, which is unfortunate there. So yeah, that's never fun. I don't like that. But I hope that this pivot works well. But I can tell you, I'm not a fan of all these GAAS service games. Like, I think we have too many to begin with, and nobody's gonna overtake Fortnites and everything that's out there already. You're going to have to be different. And I was saying this before. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing Fortnite introduce some sort of Helldivers type game mode to it, because, that's what they do to retain their audience, because everything's a business. And Sony didn't close them. Exactly, Captain. Yeah, Sony didn't close them because they just said, we're not making the game anymore. And that's what they did last year. And then the head founder of it went over to Sony, and then they were just kind of left open, and now they closed because probably they couldn't, get another publisher or somebody jump on. And it's a shame because they don't really have a portfolio to present. Like, they're just a brand new studio without a founder, and they're like, hey, I don't know the situation, but they closed them down on there. Let me get this. Who wrote that? Oh yeah, I got Twisted Sinks already. Okay, good. On that one. What frog is? Frog's not here. Anyways, my Discord's open. Okay, yeah, it's there. All right, good. But Sony didn't close them down. This is not a Sony closure, because I saw people doing that on the internet. Yeah, those clowns. Oh, Sony closes another studio. It's like, no, dude, they don't close another studio. They just stopped making the game, and that was known last year. They stopped doing it. And now the studio just closed because they had nothing else to work on. But the head person over there, the talent, I guess the main person, went over to Sony last year. So we'll see. We'll see what it all amounts to on these things. But definitely Sony has made a pivot. And there's been some fallout from this pivot. And the pivot has been less service games, more what we do. Great. But you know what? Don't let me tell you this. Why don't we go to the source? The good old source. Basically our two eyeballs. And who is that? And who else would have done a video on... And they had to, and because the everybody complained about the video title, they had to go change it. So the initial video title was how Sony beat Nintendo and Microsoft. And then they changed it and they say, now, can the Sony remain the top selling gaming console? That's what they changed it to. They got forced to change it. But one of the things in this thing from CNBC, but if you remember, CNBC was all about the acquisition, and Microsoft owns a little bit of them as MSNBC. They took off the MS, but Microsoft has handles in them. So funny that they reported on this thing. And the main thing from the video, we're not going to watch it all. I'll just take some clips. But the main thing from here is Sony's commitment to games. And what's very interesting is when they walk around with Jim Ryan, and they talk to 3 buttons undone, Herman Holtz. It's about games. It's about games. It's not about, someday they'll be playing on a phone with a controller that we make. No, Jim Ryan actually says here, cloud's not ready. I see the future, but it's not ready. And it's such a different conversation than when you get one of those Bill Ness execs or Sarah Bonds or the Booty Calls and all these guys, and they the same rhetoric. It's not about, they're not telling you, hey guys, we had a great lineup with Hellblade and with Sea of Thieves. And they don't talk about any of their games. All they talk about is this putting our games everywhere and doing this and doing that and you know and doing more and doing more with less and doing this and
oh no, we suck again.
Yeah, and pretty much that's what they do. It is, let's sit down and let's talk about Phil. Tell us about how like quality is not good and Game Pass growth. And
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift.
Wow, Phil. Well, this news article right here is all about, guess what? Guess what? What is it about? Great games. Yep, that's about right. It's about great friggin' games, and let's hear about some of these great games.
From Spider-Man to God of War and Final Fantasy.
Oh, man, just like that. Oh, just like that.
Years since the PlayStation first brought to life some of the most iconic video game franchises.
Man, oh man, just like that, Phil. Look, great games. Yeah. And let's see what the power of great games can do, right?
The PlayStation 2 is the best-selling video game console of all time.
55 million they're out. Look at this.
Triple the sales of Sony's latest PlayStation 5. Annual gaming sales exceeded $24 billion for Sony in fiscal year 2022, which makes up over 30% of the company's overall revenue.
Real numbers. Phil, where are your numbers?
What you watching, little bro?
Gaming.
You.
Gaming.
That's all Phil has to say. Say gaming.
The PlayStation Network, the company's online gaming platform, has 123 million active monthly users. For reference, that's about the same number of people who tuned in for the record-breaking Super Bowl 58.
If you include mobile, you include global, you put it all together, the video game industry is a $200 billion.
It utilized 95 launch that was...
Well, we don't need the history of PlayStation.
It was incredibly expensive.
We know about how PlayStation is. Here it is. Content is king.
This trend where gamers play, they spend
Look
more
at this. Let's count them, everybody. 1, 2, 3 buttons undone. Herman Holtz got 3 buttons undone. You know they're serious. You know they're talking quality when he shows up with 3 buttons. He got off his yacht. He got 3 buttons undone. 3 friggin' buttons. You know, yo. He's like, what? I got to do an interview, talk about quality games? Shit, 3 buttons again undone for this one. Chest hairs. Actually, we got the behind the scenes. Thank you to GeoNose Gaming. We got behind the scenes of Herman Holtz. This is the edited version for TV because, unfortunately, they weren't allowed to show the unedited version of Herman Holtz. But we got it here because, you know, I got sources. I got all the sources, the 2 eyeballs. But we got the behind-the-scenes coverage of Herman Holtz, what he really was wearing before they censored it. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. This was what Herman Holtz was wearing when he was talking about these quality games right now. Get ready. Drum rolls. We need drum rolls. Where's our drum rolls? Here it is. Exclusive behind the scenes. We got exclusive behind the scenes of what Herman Holtz was really wearing during that. I can't hear a drum roll. Drum roll. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Herman Holtz 3. This is what he really was wearing during that interview. Oh, my goodness. There he was. There it is. That's what Herman Holtz was wearing during that interview. But they had to edit it for TV. He was showing too much skin, too many gold chains. So this is what he was wearing during that. Yo, he shows up, man. You got this guy running the PlayStation Studios, and you got a guy named Booty running around with Trash Finger. You got Trash Finger and you got Herman Quality. Stone Cold Herman. Dude, that's some quality friggin' splits right there, dude. That's the unedited version. That's what he was wearing during the interview. They said, sir, you can't come in here dressed like this. We got to put a shirt on you. He's like, can I do 3 buttons? Oh, yes, you could do 3 buttons undone. And we'll get you back in the interview right now. So basically, here he is. They told him to put on a shirt. So that's how he showed up. They told him to put on a shirt. You can't wear that, sir. This is for the kids, the CNBC. We can't have that on TV. So Herman was told to put on a shirt. So that's how he showed up. He came off the yacht. He goes, what are we doing? Quantity games? He's all out. But he said, no, we got it. So they put a shirt on him, and then he finished the interview. So let's hear him.
Time in fewer blockbuster games. So what that means for us as game makers is we're making these benchmark titles, and they're big bets, they're big budgets, and that comes with a lot of risk.
The PlayStation content library is composed of first-party and third-party developed games, meaning it's a mix of games created in-house at PlayStation Studios and by outside developers.
The PlayStation depended on third-party developers and publishers to bring content in. We built a platform, we built some software, but the majority of the opportunity was spread against Electronic Arts.
That's right, it's not the
Activision, Ubisoft, Namco, Capcom. Sony was happy not to be
Purchase of the video game giant Activision Blizzard.
Well, we were concerned
Oh,
about.
there he is! Oh, there he is! Grabbing ass, big booty Bobby! Wants to play TikTok now, this dirty bastard.
Come on and join it. It's a party you desire. You can dance to the beat. I feel fancy. Come on, let's go. Feel the music pulsing through your soul. Forget your worries. Let the rhythm take control.
What was the regulatory funding would be, but we never thought that there was any, real reason that was legitimate why these two companies couldn't combine.
The big controversy is obviously Activision is a big producer of games.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Games, and the concern was that with
They asked Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, and he says it's raw, Melissa.
Pretty much what is left of independent big studios and not share the games over with PlayStation.
You had this interesting argument about Microsoft buying Activision and what that could mean for exclusives, what that could mean for cloud streaming. At the same time, Sony has done very similar things, buying studios to make them exclusive.
Well, it's not the same thing. They took $80 billion, and Sony buying a couple of studios.
Or making exclusive deals with companies like Square. In your view, why was the Activision deal wrong or bad for the industry?
It's not even pink, this is raw. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
Can't give a straight face. That's a legit what he said. He said it was a raw deal.
It's not even pink, this is raw. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
The reason that we felt this one was different to anything that had happened in the past was the sheer size and importance of the Call of Duty franchise. So we were absolutely thrilled to be able to negotiate a deal with Microsoft to ensure that that franchise remains available on PlayStation platforms for the next 10 years. And that was very important to us, and we're very happy to have done that deal.
There you go. That's what he said. He said it was a raw deal. Now our good friend over at CNBC now questions. What's up, Anthony Dixon? How you doing? Hit that like button, grinders. Now he asks him a question going, well, wait a second. You said there would deal, but that doesn't line up, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, and he slaps him with another one. So let's hear how Jim Gordon Ramsay responds. After he said it was a raw deal, now I'm happy we got a new good deal. And he's like, all right, get in there, Jim Gordon Ramsay.
But the timeline is a little different though, right? Because why didn't you agree to the deal when it was first offered?
Uh-oh.
It's not even pink, this is raw. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
It was not even pink. It was raw. It was a raw deal. That's what he said. It was a raw deal. Wait, no, he's not done. Watch what he says. He's like, Dude, wait.
And instead, you were part of the case with the FTC, a key witness for the FTC.
Yeah, you know, we're at risk of getting very granular here, but there are deals and deals. You know, a deal that was offered at a certain point of time may not have been the deal that was actually signed.
Oh, damn. Jim Gordon Ramsay from the retirement home giving the slapping that clown show. He whooped that ass. He's like, there are deals and there are deals.
What you watching, little bro? Caught you in 20K HDR 1200 FPS Super Nintendo iOS 49 Blu-ray Ultraviolet Radiation 1080p PlayStation 5.
He said there are deals. What did he say? Tell him, Jim Gordon Ramsay, what happened?
And you were part of the case with the FTC, a key witness for the FTC.
Yeah, you know, we're at risk of getting very granular here, but there are deals and deals.
Here it comes!
Body slammed. Body slammed. He's like, there are deals and deals. The deals that we had at first weren't the deals that we signed, fool. Come on now. It's been in the leaked documents. We know that Phil went over there and said, how about a couple of years on Call of Duty? And Jim Ryan's like, I don't know. And that turned into 10 years because Jim was crying from the retirement home, making deals and there's deals, he said. Holy crap, man. He gave the smackdown.
Philness.
Oh no! We suck again!
There's deals and there's deals. That's what he said. He's like, they came up there and they gave us some trash and we said, take it back. Actually, no, they didn't say it like that. They said, where did they say it? Let me see. They told him, they're like, there's deals and there's deals. Because you know, they went up there with what? The three years Phil Spencer's like called them on in January going, yeah, you know what? I'm thinking of buying Activision. Here's a couple of years. You think Call of Duty for a year too? And it's like Jim Ryan's like, oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. And Phil's like, Jim Ryan, I spoke to him. He says yes. You know, he said, yeah, I spoke to Jim Ryan. He said it's okay. And he's like, whoa, Phil. And then do you remember when Phil made it public, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan shot back, go, Phil, it's unfortunate that you made this public here. Do you remember this, Grandis? Like, the people remember this? Like, remember Jim Ryan slapped back? He says to Phil that, you know, he went public. Remember? Wait, where was that? He went public with the deal, and he's like, you know what? This was something that I spoke to you in confidence, Phil. And Phil went public because Phil had to go out there and he had to do what the ABK deal. Where was that? He says he went against ABK. Phil Spencer went public. Was it? He went public with it. Remember that? I don't know if we have the link to that thing. There it is. Exactly. Here it is. Hold on. I got the ads popping up. Oh, damn. Hit that like button, grinders. Here it is. Forbes has it right here. Jim Ryan expressing his displeasure with Phil Spencer talking about at all. In terms in a very public way, here's the statement he gave to GameIndustry.biz, which he describes the deal as inadequate on many levels. Quote, I hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought it into the public forum.
Game over. You heard me right? Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.
Again, Phil Spencer going to keep his foot out of his mouth and proceeded to do another.
Oh no! We suck again!
So Jim Ryan's like, well, this bitch started talking about it, so now I'm going to talk about it. You know, Phil can, and this is where I mean, where Microsoft used the media, they used Twitter to kind of provoke and to try to get fans on board and to use this. So that is a lot to think about when we talk about this exclusivity nature of everybody, how they kind of rused the fan base, how they rused social media, how they utilized influences and utilized them to favor that this is a great deal for you. Remember that little chart they put up, how this deal benefits you? And you know, that little chart that they put up there, they had that on Xbox Wire, how the deal benefits you. Where is that? The Xbox ABK deal benefits you chart. Where is that? Where's that thing? Yeah, get the facts. They said get the facts. Where look, the whole yeah. This is the we suck again. Here's a Microsoft official fact sheet about the deal, how they suck again. See how they suck? You know, we suck. Sony's currently is 5 times more exclusive titles than us. Sony has 286 titles. We got 59.
Oh no! We suck again!
But also, Microsoft bought Minecraft. Dude, the carpet don't match the drapes. What are you talking about? But anyway, they did that thing. And Jim Ryan's like, well, Phil, you can't shut your mouth. And now, I love that little image that they had. Oh, is this on the wire? Is this it? Look. On news.microsoft, look, what experts are saying about the deal. All these great quotes. Actually, look, the guy, CBNBC Tech Check, he says there's always another big acquisition. There's always going to be the next rising star company. I don't think it's going to stop. The deal is a good thing for Microsoft and the industry. We're in favor of it. The video game development, look, all the positivity. Remember, if you talk negative about this deal, you were negative. So just remember, when we're talking about exclusive games in the next topic, right? The next topic. Think about how they strung people along, like True Virgil. They strung him along. They told him Redfall was good. It was $70. He bought it. He loves it. He loves getting those guys stuck behind the picnic table. He gets excited about that stuff. But they strung him along. They grabbed the media. They grabbed quotes. They used influencers. They used Twitter. They used our good friend Lulu and Big Booty Bobby and all them. They used them all to string them along. So just remember all these celebratory emails and documents and quotes and what they say and get the facts. You know, Xbox. Where's the Xbox Wire one? Because that one was friggin' hilarious. They did a whole Xbox Wire on that deal. Where's that one? That was the Xbox Wire. Here it is. Oh, wait. This is welcoming the teams. No, for the deal. For the... I had it on one of my other shows. That shot. Lulu, yeah, Lulu. They used her too. Everybody used it. But see, because Phil couldn't shut up. So that's the thing I'm trying to tell you here is that they used social media. They used the internet. They used influencers to push. This was good for you, good for us, good for Microsoft. And because they put it in such a public forum, they tried to rally the troops. They tried to create this social pressure onto the deal. And when that happened, Jim Ryan's like, you know what? He said he walked in there and you know he just went in there and went like this.
Stop! Enough!
Now I'm going to talk about it. So he says that I feel I need to set the record straight here because Phil is coming around because he's like, I'm surprised Sony doesn't agree with us. I talked to Jim Ryan and Jim Ryan's like, I thought we had that in private discussions. You know, but since you brought it to the forum, I'm going to tell you how it really goes down. They're deals, and they're deals. So Microsoft only offered them to remain on PlayStation for 3 years. That's the deal. That's the short end of the stick. After the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends, which is this year. So it'll only be 3 years after. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take into account of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. I don't know why the guy at CNBC didn't do his research at all. Because Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan just said they're deals and they're deals. And dude, just a little Google CNBC and you could find out why Jim Ryan didn't like the deal. He says it right there. Quote. He has a quote there. And he said, we're going to get into the granularity of it. It says it right there. Boom. They were going to give him 3 years. 20. How do I know more about this than CNBC? Do your research, clowns.
We're very.
You were part of the case with the FTC, a key witness for the FTC.
Yeah, you know, we're at risk of getting very granular here, but there are deals and deals. And
this guy has his mouth open. He's like, huh? Yeah, there's deals and deals. I just showed it to you.
You know, the deal that was offered at a certain point of time may not have been the deal that was actually signed.
Yeah, they offered him 3 years. He made 10.
Microsoft's Activision acquisition.
Oh, somebody says that they're owned by Microsoft. Of course. Shh. Right? Yeah, they are owned by Microsoft.
Oh, no!
Or partnered.
We suck again!
There you go.
Was by far the most expensive in industry history and more than double Microsoft's second largest acquisition of its 2016 purchase of LinkedIn.
I see the consolidation in the industry. I see people like Microsoft or Embracer or some groups out of Saudi Arabia buying up a bunch of studios. And I see consolidation to be the enemy of creativity.
Amen to that one, Shawn.
Commoditize the product, you're just going to get more of the same.
But throughout its time in the gaming industry, Sony itself has also acquired more than a dozen game development studios. And many of these studios have gone on to produce some of its biggest hits. Insomniac.
And what's interesting is
more than a dozen game development
studios, not publishers. This was bigger than buying LinkedIn. Triple, this is huge. Like, how can you say, Sony, sit back, watch this? How can you do comparing developers and actually them putting games compared to well, they're doing the same thing. They're not doing the same thing. Microsoft bought not one publisher. And what's crazy is that the $80 billion was after they spent $8 billion for ZeniMax. They bought 2 huge-ass third-party publishers. People that were putting games everywhere already. Why did they need to own them? That was always my question. I don't know how this is, but what's crazy is that they talk about these games and oh yeah, they bought them.
And many of these studios have gone on to produce some of its biggest hits.
And they made their biggest hits.
Games was behind the PlayStation 5's record-breaking success with Spider-Man 2 in 2023. And now, the way these games are being played is also evolving.
Here's looking ahead.
Revenue has shifted overwhelmingly from physical discs to Series S.
I want to hear what he talks about the cloud.
Microsoft controls 60 to 70% of the overall cloud gaming market. PlayStation Plus has about 8 million subscribers to its premium tier that allows users to stream from the cloud. That's about 17% of its users that pay for its subscription gaming service. However, right now, cloud gaming accounts for a small part of the overall gaming market.
Tell him, Jim Ryan.
Cloud-enabled gaming generated just over $5 billion in revenue.
Because somebody told us 4 years ago that this is the future and it's the 4-year plan. Well, we're here.
2022, which pales in comparison to the $35 billion in console game sales.
I've lost count of the number of times over very many years that people have said the era of the console is over. Cloud will emerge, and it will, over time, become a significant component of the way that people enjoy interactive entertainment. But it's not there yet.
Especially considering...
There you go. So there's all the consoles are dead articles coming from who? They want consoles to be away so that misery enjoys company, right? Misery loves company. They're miserable over Xbox because the console is done to them. They just want it to be done for everybody else, and it's not. I've always said this. I said Nintendo and Sony are doing fine with what they're doing with their strategies and selling consoles. They're selling and moving things. Microsoft's the one that put themselves in a pickle. And because they took their eye off of content. They took their eye off of making quality games that move, consoles that sell. They took their eye off of that. Instead, they muddied it with service games and subscriptions and dollar bill fills and eat some Chips Ahoy, get 3 months. Buy an iPad, get a month. Buy a Samsung TV and get 2 months. They got muddied by all this subscription and cared so much about who and never about the what. And that's all that Sony's focused on. They're like the what? What are they going to play? The franchises, the things that we make, the quality. Give me my 3 buttons. The quality of the games. The games are important. The content, the franchises, the legacy. That's what it is. What's up, Holomoko? That's what it is. And that's where Microsoft took their eye off of that. And when they did that, they took their eye off of the gamer. You think they would have learned their lesson after the launch of the Xbox One, wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think? After the Xbox One, they would have learned, like, hey, guys, TV. Ooh, cameras. No, they want games. What's crazy, they did the same thing to you guys. They just did it with cloud and PC gaming and all that other stuff. They just did the same thing to you, just in a different way. They took their eye off of you. You, after spending $500 and billions on controllers, should not be saying why we feel like second-class citizens. You should be the premier. You should be day one premier. The games are made for you, and the rest will get it when they get it. But Microsoft never did that. They did the same thing. They went TV, camera, and instead they went cloud, more people, and didn't focus on the gamer at all. Twice they did it to you. Twice. That's twice. That's somebody not learning their lesson. Sony learned, hey, too much power, too expensive console. Nope. $400, make it about indies, franchises, go. PlayStation 4, let's go. They got right back to it. They learned from their mistake of the launch of the PS3 and fixed it. Microsoft never learns from their mistakes. They just keep making the same mistake over and over, tripping over themselves. That's all they do. Oh, we'll get them a cloud. You took your eye off of the games. Oh, well, don't worry about Halo. We'll fix it. Oh, Crackdown, we'll throw Terry Crews in there. He's fine. Halo, don't worry about it. The biggest franchise, we'll add stuff later. Day one is when we start the game. What kind of bullshit's that? Does that mean I don't pay $60? Oh, you get it in Game Pass.
That the telecommunications infrastructure needed for smooth gameplay is just not strong enough in much of the world, including certain parts of the US.
And then hearing about the cloud, how Microsoft owns like 80% of cloud infrastructure, but Sony's streaming 4K, 60. Better cloud performance on Sony than Microsoft. They can't even do that right. Great games don't matter, right, Niku? Exactly. And then you got this clown last year saying that if we just make great games, things will turn around. Like, what? Great job, Phil.
The fact that there is a rural broadband initiative in the federal government indicates that rural broadband needs work.
This inequality in internet connectivity can also lead to delays in
But Phil
digital
says everybody
downloads,
be playing.
indicating the modern relevance of physical discs for both PlayStation and Xbox.
And oftentimes when people talk about things like console wars and exclusivity and that kind of thing, they really compare PlayStation and Xbox more directly. Nintendo doesn't get talked about in the same breath as often. I feel like people kind of just let Nintendo be its own thing.
Yet Nintendo Switch is the second best-selling video game console of all time, behind the PS2.
I think that maybe the mobility aspect of it, and because it's a handheld.
Get ready for Switch 2. Tell me more about consoles. Tell them, Jim Ryan.
Move around the home. It kind of shows that they see Nintendo as a competitor.
Shortly before Christmas, we launched PlayStation Portal, which is a device that allows people to use our remote play functionality to enjoy PS5 gaming experiences in a handheld environment.
In more recent years, there has also been an increase in leveraging the iconic PlayStation content outside the gaming space.
I'm really pleased about the early successes of PlayStation Productions working with Sony Pictures. We've taken some of our best IP and converted that to movies, with Uncharted, to the TV format with The Last of Us.
I think what really impressed him was the fact that I didn't turn into
That's why he had the 3
And Sony
buttons.
plans to
He's like, we got quality. You saw it. 3 buttons, chest hairs oozing out. He said, he's like, not only are we kicking their ass with quality games, but now we make quality movies. The box office smash hit movies. I got 3 buttons and my chest hairs are out. I left my chains at the door. But we're not only making quality games to stomp on that piece of shit Phil Spencer, but then I go make great movies for everybody to play and watch, and then want to go play the games. It's about quality. It's quality everywhere. I did 3 buttons this time. I told you it's quality. It's not only the games that we're kicking our ass in, but now we're going to make great movies. Now I go back to my yacht with my ladies. 3 buttons. Bitch, I came here with 3 buttons undone. That means I'm not only making great games, but I'm making great movies. And great series on TV because it's quality. And does the machismo. He's like, that's why. And you know, they didn't cut down on this image right here. But you know, he's just sitting there in a friggin' split. You know that, right? I'm ashamed they didn't pull the camera out a little bit and show that he's seriously doing the interview in a split right now. He's split. Spread eagle split. Doing an interview right now. You don't do 3 buttons and not be just split on the floor. So if they pull out a little bit, if they were able to pull the camera out, this guy's in a full-ass split. Quality split, talking about games. Fucking just is. If you pull the camera out, we'll see. I don't know why they dubbed over him sitting in a stool. He's real. He walked in there, he did a full friggin' split, and it's like, let me tell you about quality. You know that. You know he's sitting in a split. They just could not show it on TV. You know that. You know he's in a split.
Charted.
See, they can't even pull back here. Oh, see, that's all CGI right there. They did this is CGI. Look at his posture. He's definitely in a split. They friggin' green screened his ass having him sit in the chair. He's in a full ass split. You know that. That's CGI. That's CGI. That's he's in a friggin' full ass quality split. That's right. He is. I wish I told you how they made him put on his shirt. They CGI'd his friggin' legs. Yeah, he has huge legs. Nah, man, that's CGI. That's it. T-shirt. The T-shirt and the splits were green screened in. He photoshopped his ass. Dude, he is, I told you, he is sitting there like this in a full split. They friggin' CGI'd his ass. They green screened him to make him look like he was sitting proper. But he showed up with the friggin' chest hairs out. He showed up like this. And he's in a full split. They green screened, they CGI'd his legs on him. That's it. That's some bullshit right there, dude. He's not talking about quality. He already owned the gaming section. He's like, dude, we did quality games, and now we make quality movies. Like, he was like talking, like, he's like, dude, we beat the shit out of them in games now. But let me tell you, now we're going to take on the movie industry. That's right. He kicked in the door. He's sitting there in a full-ass split. That's what he is.
Working with Sony Pictures.
That green screen out of here. There it is. He's in a split right now. They said, Mr. Herman, please. He's like, no, I'm talking about the movies. Split. And look at this shit behind him. This might be on his yacht. I told you. Look at, dude, he shows up to you. Like, come on, man. This guy shows up with friggin' mountain leg splits, 3 buttons undone. That's looking at it going, how's the games? Are you gonna make launch? I mean quality. I just went over there and told him about quality, split my pants. We're doing quality games, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, that game will be out as soon as you... Yep, you got it. You got it. And then you got him like this. He goes over there. And then you got the other guy. Here's the guy doing his job. And then this is the other guy over here. Here he is. Here he is. Here's the other guy. There he is. Look at him. You think Herman allows friggin' cartwheels? Here's the other guy. Hey, who wants a coffee? Who wants a coffee? Oh, who wants two sugars? 2 sugars? There's no... Oh, yeah. Here comes Booty. Here's the other side. Look, they're walking. Cartwheels. 2 sugars, 1 cream. That's the way it goes. Booty bouncing from the studio. Trash finger. Yo, if Herman saw this shit, if Herman saw this lady, he would give her a drop kick in the hallway, going, "What the fuck is this?" If Herman walked into the studio and saw this shit going on, Herman Holtz would have came out one of these rooms with a freaking clothesline, going, "Are you kidding me with this horse shit?" That's what Herman was. You think he allows this shit going on? This is what Booty allows in his studios. Where's she parking that shit? Next to her desk? Next to Sue's desk? Where's she parking this shit? Sorry, I couldn't walk from the friggin' car to my desk. I gotta drive this friggin' thing to my desk. Don't mind if I park it here. You imagine sitting next to this lady in the cubicle, she pulls up with this shit? Like, seriously. Herman Holtz would have said that he was like, dude, fucking drop kicks. He would have said, get this whole shit out of here. That's what he would have said. Herman Holtz, he would have came right out of this room right here and clothesline their ass. Quantity games. People waiting 3 years for games. Where's the frosted glass? Where's the frosted glass? Where's the PlayStation developers? That's the people that are working. See, that's what I mean. With the Sea of Thieves, they're working behind the frosted glass. Those people got Herman Holtz up their ass. Booty at the rest of the studio. They're doing this shit. Here he is. That guy's painting. What is this? What is this, home ec? What the hell is this shit? How does that get into a computer? How does this get into a computer? What is this? Who is this? Why are you drawing on, like, how does that get... Do you like? How does that get into the game?
You're my number one customer.
A whole friggin' ass goddamn the Happy Little Trees. Herman Holtz would have went in there. He would be flipping over goddamn art room team. What the fuck? He go, what the hell is this shit? This is not craft sessions. Goddamn coffee brewing. People riding goddamn mopeds in the friggin' hallway and goddamn giving them friggin' paint classes. What the hell's going on in here? Arts and crafts and shit.
Making quality suck, but Phil says it's a go. Game Pass got my back, it's alright.
Herman, he would come in here and go, what the hell is this shit? What the hell is this shit? Herman's like, first off, he's probably like, there's too much room in these studios. People shouldn't even have room to be doing cartwheels. At a Herman Holtz studio, your asses are so puckered up, you're in the chair making quality games to sell. Because they're slapping $70 on those games. So your ass is puckered up, cubicles side by side, and you're making these games. You see Naughty Dog Studio, they're in cubicles, open. Look at this guy. Is that his office back there? You got one person in that big-ass office in the back? This guy has enough room to do a friggin' full-ass cartwheel, like a 3-ring goddamn clown circus going on here? There's too much room in these studios. Herman's like, shut it down. We need 4 cubicles. I can fit 4 people in that room back there. Herman Holtz comes in there, he goes, look at that. There's one person doing a cartwheel. He goes, the guy has a friggin' full-ass couch back here. He goes, I can fit 4 people working in that room back there. Oh, so, you know, you imagine coming in up to this guy. Like, seriously, you imagine going to this guy and asking him, sir. He comes up to you, he goes, you know what, Booty, I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to meet those timelines. Booty, but are you the guy that just saw doing a goddamn full 3-ring circus goddamn cartwheel in the video? What do you mean we're not going to make deadline? Like, how can this guy walk around and go, okay, guys, I mean business now. All right, guys, when are we going to get this game out? After he does this shit. What is this? What is this? Herman Holtz will go in and go, what the fuck? What is going on over here? Look at these people. These look like, this looks like somebody's living room right over here. What's going on over here? That's the cartwheel dude. What's this? Is this work? Are they work? Herman will go in there. He would rip these walls down. He would be like, what? 2 couches sitting in there. Is this a live stream? They got Herman Holtz behind him is friggin' quality of their legacy. Who this? Who this? They got a puppet. They got puppets. Is this the sound room? Who are these people? Are they working? Are they chilling? What's going on? They seem like they're having a good time. You imagine this lady going, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to make my deadline this Friday, Herman. Sorry. You know that thing that you needed, the artwork for Friday to make the deadline? I'm sorry, I couldn't do it this week. Look at this room. Ooh, this don't look like a break room. This looks like you're checked out for the day when you go into this room. Right? This room looks like you walk in this room, it looks like, yo, I'm done for today. I'm playing these friggin' board games. This is not a, dude, there's more board games in here than a goddamn a kid's friggin' hangout. There's more board games in here than a friggin' a daycare. Look at this. Daycare, they got 1 game. They got Connect 4. Go play the games. They got a whole friggin' arsenal. This looks like friggin' Target. But this lady gonna tell Herman, oh, you know what? This game's, sorry, they're not coming out today. I missed my deadline. Imagine that shit.
Touch the sky.
This Herman would have been doing clotheslines. That cart is to transport computers to new offices. Why is this lady riding in the cart and this dude pushing in the cart in the hallway? Look at this hallway. Is this a hotel? Are they making games here or are they playing in the hallways? There's somebody working. And then the head of the whole friggin' company is psyched about a friggin' vending machine. Herman Holtz is like, no soda for you. No drinks for you. He's like, no. It's about quality games and now quality movies. He's like, you don't get a drink. Look at this break room. They got microwave. Look at this. If this is the break room, what the hell is that freaking room those other people are in? Welcome, Pablo, to the Gaming Grindhouse. But you see Herman Holtz? He's mocking him right here, Todd Howard.
Whatever your name
with
is,
2 buttons.
Get ready for the big surprise.
He's doing 2 buttons over here. 2 buttons. No, those are Howard buttons. That's the clown buttons. Button up, Uber driver.
Don't you see? Booty bounce, trash finger quality. Oh, yeah. Phil says it's okay. It's all for the Game Pass League.
So that's the other side of the story. So, you got booty bounce. Well, you got 3 buttons undone Herman Holtz.
IP and converted that to movies with Uncharted, to the TV format with The Last of Us.
I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
They're winning Oscars.
And Sony plans to keep increasing the intellectual property within its systems. By 2025, the company says it expects to be putting 50% of its investment into new IP. That compares to just 20% back in 2019.
Where are those facts? New IP. So when Takashiness says there will be no sequels in the next year for games. He just said they're going to be exclusive. They're going to be new IPs. They're investing more because they can't just rely on Uncharted 5, 6, 7, and 8. They got to be, you know what? We got to come up with the next game, the next franchise that's going to take us into the future. We got to come up with new quality franchises. So that's why I think a lot of these studios are working on new IP, new stuff, because they got to build on those. They need future. They can't just say Last of Us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we did the end of God of War. We did the Ragnarok. We did the sequel to Horizon. Okay. They'll come back, but we cannot just be like, oh, here comes another Horizon. Here comes another one. Here comes another one. Here's another one. We need something new. We need new franchises. And that's what hurt Xbox even back in the day with the Xbox One. They hurt themselves because they really didn't make anything new. Sea of Thieves was probably the only thing that came out of that generation, and look where it's going. Something new. Nothing hit.
It's an important piece to kind of cement that idea that games are part of pop culture now, and we reach broader audiences every time. Quality in the adaptations is just as important as the quality of the games that we make.
Shit. There it is. There it is. With that split move, he should shit on Halo Paramount Plus. He's like, the quality of the shows, the quality of the games, the quality everywhere. Quality. That's what he said. I didn't say it. He said it with his CGI legs because he's in a full-ass split. That's right.
But the gaming industry is facing some headwinds. A statement that
I would say that it's really important never to forget that we are in the entertainment business. And that's what we do. That's our strength. I think that's why we've enjoyed some considerable success over the last 30 years. Never losing sight of that as a cornerstone.
And there you go.
Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
There you go. Quality. Quality. They're in the entertainment business. They're there to entertain us. So make me entertained. Give me content. Give me games. Give me shows of quality that I want to spend money on. You're in the entertainment business, and your job is to entertain us and all the grinders watching. Hit that like button. That's right. They're there to entertain us. And we vote with our wallets on what we want. That's right, CGI legs. He's in a full-ass split, Play Beyond. He is. They CGI'd his ass because they couldn't show it on TV. They put him on a stool. He's full splits. He's sprawled out. Full splits, and they CGI'd the shirt on him because that's what he's supposed to be wearing. That's what he was wearing. They put a shirt on him. They CGI'd the shirt, and they put him out, and they sat him on a chair. But he's in a full-ass split when he's talking, doing that interview. Entertain us. Not about, the cloud, and about the 5 billion gamers, a little Timmy that's on a phone somewhere that's standing on the roof to get some internet, and he can't wait to play our games. Dude, little Timmy don't care. He don't care about your Halo. You want to know why? Because your Halo fans don't care about Halo. Make that make sense. Little Timmy standing on the roof trying to grab some 4G coverage to stream a game to his strap-on a goddamn phone. He don't give a shit about Halo because guess what? You don't give a shit about Halo. And guess what? The Halo fans don't give a shit about Halo. And that's all because of you. So stop worrying about little Timmy on the roof, using McDonald's Wi-Fi, trying to get a game going. Stop worrying about the PC dudes that never bought a console to play your games before. Worry about making great games to get those people interested. Get the PC people wanting to play your games. Get the mobile guys to want to play your games. But they're different audiences. They have different needs. You can't just take a one-size-fits-all, Phil Ness, and say, like, oh, yeah, well, one game, I'll make one game, and I'll just spam it across everywhere. It'll take off. No, it wouldn't. That's a bad strategy. That's what their strategy was. Well, that's lazy development. That is lazy, business-focused, business-first development. Well, guys, a game is a game is a game is a game. Right? See? Got them all as a PC dude with a PS5. They're games that you want to play. And even if you don't buy a PS5, if the game comes there, it comes there. But the thing is that they're making games that people want to play. Maybe you don't like them all, but Sony and PlayStation are making games that people want to play. Microsoft had some games that people want to play. They used to. And they let them fall flat, lack quality. And people didn't want to come play them. No matter where you put them. And it's lazy business first development that they said, we'll just make one game. And the guy on PC or the guy and girl on PC loves it. The guy on a mobile, no, they won't. Oh, well, look at even Starfield. You didn't even have field of view slides. You didn't even have, like, it wasn't even fully functional with the settings and stuff, the customizations. You had all, like, there are expectations that come with PC gaming. There's expectations that come with mobile gaming. The one game that you make is not acceptable for all of them. And that's why they didn't see any growth. That's why they failed. That's why they suck. That's why they're putting their games on PlayStation, because they realize, guys, we put them on PCs, we put them on Samsung TVs, we put them on iPads and Androids and tablets and everything that we could think of. And it's still not enough. Let's go put it where games sell, PlayStation and Nintendo. And let's see what happens. Because they don't need PlayStation and Nintendo. If they have it they have it in 80% of the market has access to Xbox games. And they're still sucking. They still needed Activision to try to get out of the hole. And now you look. And look what Sony did to an IP like Helldivers. The first one wasn't the same. It was a top-down. It wasn't what it is now. Now they just made Helldivers 2 a household name. By using the technology, making something bigger and better. And look, now Helldivers 2 is a friggin' household name. Meanwhile, the first one wasn't. And Phil's still learning. Sony not learning. They know exactly. It's quality. And what's crazy is that I always keep this one. Phil Spencer knew this. This is how you know he's a friggin' liar.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that. Whenever I hear some criticism.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times
not to throw mud.
In 2019, he said that, and he was talking about past years he wasn't doing quality. Look at where we are now, 2024. Can he still say, oh, no, I fixed that? He says, I'm still learning. Learning. Please. Please, please, please. You're still learning. They're racing to the bottom of the barrel. Because they want to get to the cloud as fast as they can. Now, speaking about just this, and again, I encourage everybody to watch WUPS podcast and Shawn Layden interview, but just a couple of things that came out of there from Shawn Layden's interview on there. And, he talked about the main thing, we're talking about putting your games everywhere. One of the main things that he said is that if you're making games, you got to buy your games. You're never going to make your money back subscribing to games. And he said in the interview, he said that it's due to the publisher. Like, the publisher could maybe benefit from this. But once you take out of the customer buying directly from the developer can get hurt with that. The developer cannot benefit from that. So if you buy your games, that directly goes to the developer. Whereas if you're subscribing to games, that is more of a negotiation to the developer. The publisher becomes the middleman or the service owner, like Xbox Game Pass. and that person becomes the owner of that, and they kind of pay for the content, and that's the deal with the developer. But the direct sale goes right to the developer. And it's common sense. Like, it really, we really didn't need Shawn Layden to scream it from the rooftop, because it's the same. It's common sense. It's basically what it is. Like, if I made a product for $100 and I sold it to you for $200, so I can make my money back, and you say, here's the product. You give me $200. Thank you. I just made $100 on the deal. Thank you very much. Done. Our transaction is done. I made $100. Done. It cost me $100. I made $100. I got $2 from you. Imagine if I went. Josh just did a message here. Imagine if I went to Josh and said, "Hey, Josh, you know what? I'm going to sell this to you for $200. It cost me $100, and then you're gonna be like, well, I'll give it back to you, Jez. I'll give it back to the Grindhouse in increments of $10 a month. Now, I got to hope that you stay with it for $10 a month for 20 months, and then I get my money back and make money. Or, guess what? Within those 20 months, you could cancel. You could say, you know what? I'm done paying. I'm not using it anymore. 5 months in, I'm done. You just gave me $50 for a product that cost me $100. So if you just buy a transaction and it goes right to the sale, done. But if I have to do this money over time thing, that's where things get irky. And if you remember back when the Outsiders developer over at People Can Fly was saying like they weren't getting royalties, because one of the things is that the publisher makes the deal with Game Pass, and then Phil sits there and goes, you know what? I think you'll sell probably about 1 million. Okay, I'm paying you for 1 million sales. Now, what happens if your game takes off like Pal Worlds? That Microsoft made money on that, I'm sure, because they probably told them, hey, it's in preview. Yeah, we'll give you this amount, and Pal Worlds took off. Microsoft like, yeah, look at this. What a deal. But then there are ones where they give $7 billion, the game doesn't take off, and then the developer walks away. But they're paying to put it in Game Pass for a set price, whether they make royalties and stuff like that. But there's a lot of alternative negotiation than just buying a game, making a sale, and goes to the developer. So that's what he was saying. He was saying that, hey, if you just buy your games, you will, that directly buy your games. That directly affects the developers. So this subscription stuff, getting all this stuff, that could benefit the publishers. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if they timestamped them. Oh, they did. Okay, good. Where was it? I think he said it right here. This is it. They did a great job, man. They did great questions. Awesome stuff over at WUPS, man. Shout out to J-Bar and Persona. I was trying to get them on the show tonight, but they're getting ready. I think they're going to PAX.
When you were a kid and you actually, saved your money up to go buy a CD, how was your...
It says it right here.
All these different bites of the apple for a film when it comes out, where it can make its nut.
So he talks about the waterfall method.
You still have box office. You have day one at the box office. Then you have international box office. And then you license it into hotels and airlines. And then it goes on HBO or Hulu. And then it goes on... There's all these different bites of the apple for a film when it comes out, where it can make its nut. Games has one. That's release day. No one's going to pay money, or maybe someone would, but not enough people are going to pay money to go watch Santa Monica Studio code. Hey, here's a live coding session. You can watch the entire... You probably would. These platforms, they make money on the subscription service. Yes, I'm talking about the developer who made the game, who put it out there. Yeah. Even if they say, no, but look, the platform gave this developer $100 million to build the game to put it on the subscription service. Yes. You know what that means? No profit sharing. There's no dollar beyond just what it costs to build the game. Developers are driven by being creative, being successful, going into profit sharing, selling the hell out of this game. So we hit break even, which covered our costs in building it, and everything after that is gravy. And we want that gravy train to go as far as it can. In a subscription service, from the developer's perspective, there is no gravy. It's a transactional one and done. and you're out.
There you go. That's somebody who knows, right? There you go. Just like what I said. You make us something for 100, you sell for 2. I make the transaction, you give me my 200, I just made my gravy. But if I have to do in a subscription, then hopefully I get my money back and let's see what they get. No, that's why big games are losses in a subscription model. That's why you won't see those. That's why you hear about our good old friend with our good old friend right here with our
on their little Goo
Gaga games, because that's the kind of stuff that you need in a subscription service. So it looks like there's content going in there, but it's not content that's costing millions and millions of dollars. And Herman Holtz just said, equality. You could put little Goo Gaga games in quality, but if you're making those big games dropping in that service, that's why developers did not jump on into this development. That's why Microsoft had to pivot and buy a whole ass publisher, because developers were like, I'm not putting my friggin' Hogwarts Legacy in the subscription service. That's not going in Game Pass day one. I'm not putting Resident Evil 4 there day one. Anything like that.
My little Fisher Price plastic toy.
Mm-hmm. And what's hilarious is that he's talking about the Switch. He was angry about the Switch in that. And now he's calling the Xbox the plastic toy. Oh, man. The pivot's all over the place. But buy your games. And I've said this, when Microsoft said all our first parties going in a subscription service day one, I was like, oh, crap. What is their first party going to look like? That's what happened. Twisted Sync with the 5. He goes, Herman with quality and Shu coming up clutch to help with Stellar Blade. Yes, that was another thing that came out about the Stellar Blade stuff and how Shu, I found that. He said, okay, I want this game, and did it. And people are like, oh, exclusive games, Sony locking down games. No, that's what good business is. Find something of quality and then go put it on your platform. Shu came through.
Développement. Et en fait,
I can't listen to the video because it's in a language. But yeah. So it said, Stellar Blade new interview highlights Ashio Yoshida approached Shift Up in 2021 after seeing a prototype and signed a contract and more. That's right, Twisted Sync. Thanks for the super chat, man. Hit that like button, grinders. Yes. So there you go. Like, it is what it is. That's business. Where's that curation on the Microsoft end? Or do they even care? They wanted it. Let's make a deal. Let's make it happen. What's Phil going out and getting? What's he getting? And then to compile on everything else with this uncertainty, because, you know, I've been, oh, damn, what happened to my logo here? Oh, I fix it. Peter Moore jumps on this bandwagon here with an interview from IGN. And he goes that Microsoft will be debating right now whether Xbox consoles have a future. Dude, they've now opened the gates for moving their stuff everywhere. They have now moving their games to other platforms. Now the console focus, all the people that said it doesn't matter, console sales don't matter, doesn't matter. Well, that chicken is coming home to roost. How many years are you going to go say consoles are not important? And now when it feels like, yeah, consoles aren't important anymore. It's about everybody else. It's about putting our games on other consoles that we value as more important than our own. Okay. Now everybody's up in a tizzy. Oh, What do you mean? What about me? What about me? What about you? You're 21 million, 24 million strong, and you want everything in Game Pass. Microsoft created a monster. They create a black hole with their platform. And there's no coming back at this black hole. There's no light at the end of this tunnel. And a lot of people that you've seen have changed because they see that a lot of there's no light at the end of this. Microsoft built this bed over years of just saying the same stuff without delivering quality and delivering content and promising, over-promising and under-delivering. Peter Moore was going on about this thing, talking about how, in his interview, saying that, this whole thing with this install base, the recent layoffs, that the install base isn't growing. It's the same 200 million. There's always a 200 million there. And then he goes back in 2007. They were asking whether this is the last generation. And if you remember, I showed you the articles from 2011, how consoles were done. Oh, consoles are done and all this other stuff. And then the Switch comes out and the PlayStation 4, and they say, hold my beer. And now they're saying it again. I don't know why. Well, we know why. They're saying it because you have 3 people making consoles, and one of them could give a shit about it, and is selling -12, -7% year over year, 3 years into the generation when you're supposed to be building. This is not launch. This is not supply issues. There was a fire sale on Xbox consoles, 2 of them, at 2 different price points. And you're selling less and less, and now like 3 to 4 million less than the previous generation, 3 years in. There was no ramp up. Your console's done. And what are you going to drop? A Series L, and that's going to be a little streaming stick? You're going to add to these consoles and just reiterate on the X and the S. That's what they're going to do. They're going to take the S and the X. They're going to make 2024 version, 2025 versions of them. And then they're going to drop some sort of device that is cloud empowered and whatever like that. And everyone's like, I want a mobile Xbox. Dude, they got it already. The Asus ROG Ally, the Legion Go, the MSI Claw, which they say don't buy that right now. And that's the Intel chip. Oh, great. Who just signed a deal with Intel? You know who? Guess who?
Oh no! We suck again!
Yeah. Get ready for the battery life on those things. But guess what? They already exist. You think Microsoft branded console at Xbox thing? Who's that going to sell to? What, the 10 million people that are left? 4 million people that are left? Who's left? Who's left? You cannibalize your own market. And you made the market, the customer that spends the most and buys the most, and turned them into freeloaders. They were asking if Stalker, the trilogy, was in Game Pass.
About console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most. But the thing that's also important is that customer is actually your most valuable customer across every device.
No, you're wrong. That's the problem. You believe that customer would move around and stay with you. No. That customer left, went to PC, saw a better roadmap there, and played on PC. Or went to a PlayStation 5 or went to a Switch. They left because you were just talking. Later, Weezard. It's the most important person, the one that spends the most and buys the most. So if that's the logic, if the console person is the one who spends the most and buys the most, why would you make a service that makes them not spend anymore and get all the games that they would buy included in a subscription service? It's a hypocrisy. Make it make sense. Explain it to me. If the console owner
about console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most.
Plays the most and buys the most. Why would you make a subscription service for those people to take their Game Pass that they paid, that take their Xbox Live for $60 a year, and they could upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate for $1 and stack it for 3 years? You basically turn the person that spends the most and buys the most and turn them into a 3-year freeloader waiting for you to deliver first-party content to them. Day one. Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was a pathway to success? Whereas Sony's approach, that person, the PlayStation owner, is the one that buys the most and spends the most. Well, we give the shit to them first with the quality so that they're happy with what they're spending. And then we make the game with the expectations of where it's going next. Do we put it in the service later on? Do we fine-tune it and put the proper way to PC and deliver all the things that they want? The widescreen support, the this, the that. That's what they want. Field of view sliders, all those things, all these tweaks that they want. We give the time and do that. But no. Xbox just said, hey guys, because you want to know what? You would do the same thing. If Sony's like, hey, you know what? For $10 a month, guys, everything that we're going to make from Naughty Dog and all of them, you get it for free, included for $10. We need a Satya song. That's right. Like, come on. But what? You'll be a fool. Like, oh man, you're giving it away? Sure. I don't mind if I do. Well, now you created a monster. Now every game that gets announced that you showcased was, why is Stalker Trilogy not in Game Pass? Stalker 2 is in Game Pass, and that's the problem. That's how they got to here. And see what he says here with the last generation. He goes, well, the PS5, yeah, maybe we could sunset. Not. He goes, Sony is very much a hardware company, so I would say that's your barometer company. Microsoft, not so much. Microsoft, I'm sure, would love if everything moved to the cloud. The only thing Microsoft doesn't get to play in, as well as everybody else, is the smartphone business, because that's where Apple, Google, and handset manufacturers benefit. They're making tens of billions of dollars without really trying, with 30% royalties. See? Every which way you go, they lose. They lose in the cloud because they don't have an infrastructure. And you hate to say it, but guess what? Nobody cares about Xbox on PC. They care about Steam. They care about games coming in Steam. PC gamers are not using the Xbox app or the Windows Store. They're using Steam. And if a game that comes from PlayStation or Microsoft goes into Steam, they will buy it. But they're not using Xbox apps. PC Hawk, you're not using the Xbox app. No. So even in Windows, the operating system that they own, they're still less than. Because Steam dominates game sales on PC. Not even the Windows Store, not even the Xbox app, which is still horrible, by the way. They're still learning. And sometimes, you're right, Steam doesn't even use Windows. It uses Linux. And the Steam Deck uses Linux altogether. So that's not even an Xbox. So that's not even a Windows product. Says this clown right here. Look at this guy. You want to talk about craziness? Xbox handhelds work perfectly without a connection. Dude, that's not no friggin' Xbox and handheld. That is a Steam Deck that's running Linux. That you bought an Xbox game that's made in the Steam store. That's not an Xbox handheld. That's not an Xbox ecosystem. That is a Steam Deck. But the friggin' mental gymnastics that people have to do to believe that Microsoft knows what they're doing, they don't know. They're a clown show. They don't know. They got to do this mental gymnastics to justify that what Microsoft is doing is good for them. Dude, it's not. You're in their way. The Xbox console is in their way because they want to go to the cloud. But guess what? Even when they go there, they're not even doing that well, and they're not even a mobile presence at all. There's no mobile strategy. They can't even get Windows to ARM to try to get a mobile storefront going. That was the whole Windows 10 thing. Remember Windows RT? Back in the day, Windows RT, it was a scaled down Windows to work on a mobile platform. Remember the Surface 8 or whatever the hell it was, the Surface RT that only had the App Store on it and nothing else? You couldn't put legacy Windows apps on it. They can't even get that right. Now they're trying to do Windows on ARM and trying to take on Chromebooks. But guess what? Oops, Google got you there as well. So you can't even have that mobile strategy. And when you have a mobile strategy, guess what? Mac has a better store than you. The Mac OS is a better OS for their Mac store than Windows Store. iOS, Mac OS, iPad OS, boom. You have nothing. Nobody's coming to your trash-ass store to play Lucky Sevens. Every which avenue you go down, Microsoft loses. The only way they win is if you want to do Word documents in Excel and you work for an enterprise. That's the only way that's the only place where they actually have something. It's in Office Suite and Enterprise. But everywhere else, it is a brick wall. They got to meet Google and Apple on the mobile storefront. Can't deal with them. Consoles, they had something, they let it go. Now they got to look at Nintendo and Sony to carry them in the console space. PC, Steam, help us, please. Steam has to carry them because the Windows Store couldn't carry them at all. Steam had to save them. Put their games on Steam because remember, that wasn't the initial plan. Now, xCloud is trash because they're putting their games now on Boosteroid and NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a better cloud service that uses your Steam library with NVIDIA service. Microsoft can't offer that. So instead, they put their games, the thing that identifies them, differentiates them from NVIDIA, they just put their games over there. And if you say, oh, well, the cloud of Activision games, Call of Duty, well, ask Ubisoft how that's going because they had to divest that off to Ubisoft to run the cloud of Activision games. Where do they get a W? Where do they have promise? They are backs against the wall and desperate. That's why they needed this Activision deal so bad, they didn't even know what to do with it. They just wanted to get it done so they have it and will sort out the pieces later. And they got rid of everybody from Blizzard. That's what they did. And canceled their game. And now, working behind closed doors in secrecy, to port over their first-party games to PlayStation. Craziness. This didn't just happen. This other pivot happened. Hit that like button, grinders. They worked behind frosted glasses without any kind of Sea of Thieves apparel, any kind of Sea of Thieves. This is what they did. Look at this. Look at this. This is the quote. This is the first time in Rare's 40-year history we're developing on a Sony platform, which is incredible. It is quite surreal for us getting on a call and being presented with a set of slides about a platform that we never thought we would get an opportunity to go ship on. But honestly, for our tech team, it was like, let's just get kits in and start experimenting and figuring this out. We had them hidden away in a secret part of the studio with frosted windows and no one could peek in. It was an excitement as anything else. How's Everwild? They took resources from Rare. Xbox fans.
You're my #1 customer.
They took resources from Rare, shuttered them away in a frosted windows section. Nobody could peek in. And had them work on taking their game and putting it on a PlayStation 5. And they were excited for it. Let that sink in. You worried about first-party studios doing stuff. First-party studio, part of the team, go in here and work on this project to port this over. Man, oh man, they were singing this song.
How could this be? PlayStation lockdown, Final Fantasy. Now they shout out and proud. They got the most important cloud.
Rare told you just buy a PS5.
Just buy a PS5 and you will see the level of quality. It's a game changer. Graphics to the gameplay. It's a whole new world, can't you say?
Oh yeah.
They got balance, and it's cloud and Tifa. And days how they gonna beat ya. Now you can sign up for the Game Pass for $1, or get a PC to wait. But just buy a PS5 and be that date. I'm tired of same old game, playing on repeat.
Hit that like grinders!
Gotta break free, gotta find something sweet. Then I heard about a brand new thing. A dream, PS5. It's the answer. Just buy a PS5 and you see
Level of quality.
the level of quality. It's a game changer. Graphics to the gameplay. It's a whole new world, can't you say?
That's what they said. They told you to go buy a PS5. That's what Rare told. They said go buy a PS5. That's what they said. Oh, man, they're coming back. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what they said. They're like, go buy a PS5. And then Phil Spencer told his fans to wait.
We made you wait for the games. Now your games are gonna PlayStation and Switch. Who cares? I am Phil Spencer, and I am winning awards, bitch.
That's what he told them. That's what he told them. There you go. You guys want to buy a PS5? There you go. Hey. They came in there with the frosted glasses. They hit that song, and that was it. That's a gaming grindhouse banger just released today, voted on by the ultimate grinders who heard the song, have it unreleased. There are more songs in that unreleased section they will vote on for next week. But that's the one everybody voted on for this. As a ultimate grinder, you get access to all the songs. But that one, Buy a PS5, has just made it to public. So everybody could listen to that one. On that one. It beat out Goo Goo Gaga Game Pass games. That song is pretty hot too. That's unreleased. Unreleased. There you go. Hey. That's what he told them. That's what he told them. He said, go buy a PS5. Phil the Grim Reaper, $2. Is it true we're getting Gravity Rush 2 Remaster? I believe so. They were excited. I think there is a Gravity Rush 2. I think that is true. Yes. But that's what he said. That's what he said. They said, guys, we got a PS5. They got a PS5. Let's do it. That's what it is. Oh, I see everybody's like, because it is on the Gaming Grindhouse Records. And then, just to finish up with, just to say what Shawn Layden was saying, what was he saying, right? The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Did you hear that song? Hit that like button, Grinders. Did you hear that one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this was a release that this was a stealth drop. I stealth dropped myself. Right? Here's another tune.
When we talk about games and exclusivity, this is what build a platform's identity.
Sing it, Shawn Layden.
Putting single player games, they won with your IPs. Like Shawn Layden said on WUPS podcast, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Y'all have the squeeze.
This is my stealth drop.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze. You play the game, stay in control, but we're happy for the exclusives. And if that got to go, juice ain't worth the squeeze. You gotta know we're PlayStation gamers.
Exclusives always exist.
Steal a show. PlayStation, yeah, we going hard. We want the game stacked in our backyard. But you're playing dirty, keeping them away. We are here to have our say. Choose a gamers, stand up and unite. We won't let them keep us from what's right. Juice ain't worth the squeeze. PlayStation exclusives, bring them to me. Juice ain't worth the squeeze, can't you see? PlayStation exclusives, bring them to me. To J-Body and Center from WUPS podcast, yeah.
There you go, Grinders. That was a stealth drop. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. That's what Shawn Layden said. But that's it. Rare said go buy a PS5 and wait. That's what they said. To go buy a PS5. And now to the finale as we lead up to these songs here. Hit that like button. Remember, they're all playable. Gaming Grindhouse, VIPs. You upgrade to the Ultimate Grinder, you get unreleased songs. There is a unreleased song here. I got a couple of unreleased songs that they're really good. I think you'll like them. But the Ultimate Grinders have to vote on them, though. I'm not gonna drop them all. They got that's their playlist, so they're gonna do that. But yeah, this is the thing. Like when you go to the Xbox now, you're looking at what's happening. So apparently a rumor's out that Hellblade 2 is coming to PS5. And listen, yet again, yo, Ghosts of Garage Gaming. Holy crap. Yo, Ghosts of Garage. Holy shit. Yo. Oh, man. Yo, you know what? I'm breaking my rules. I'm breaking the rules. Holy crap. Goes to the garage 100. He goes, fire, dude. Yo, all right. You want to know what? You're getting it. You're getting it. That's it. Yo, no, thank you so much, man. Broke the freaking internet with this. Holy crap. You want to know what, Ghost? You just got, I'm going into the vault. We're getting a new song. You want a song? I'm going to the vault. That's it. I'll put them up there. This is the song. So this is what we're gonna do, Grinders. We're gonna do a little poll here after we finish the topic because of the generosity of Ghosts in the Garage Gaming. My goodness, we're gonna drop a brand new song, and I'm gonna have you vote on it here.
You're my number one customer.
Of the 3 that are available that are left on the chart. And then you will vote on this one. Thank you so much, Ghosts in the Garage Gaming. We're gonna do this. I'm putting a poll together right here. Holy crap. All right, so these are the 3 songs. All right. So I'm going to play it on here. You'll hear it here exclusively, but it's not going to drop into the playlist until they vote on it. But, man, I got a new song for you. So here's the new song. So I'm going to play it live on the show. New song. Which one I got? Here we go. Let me see if I can add them here. We got the runner-up was Goo Goo Gaga Game Pass game. Game Pass games. The other song that we had was Farewell Jim. And then the third song was, what was, I don't know what the other song was I had. These are the ones that were on the list. I gotta go check now. Man, oh man, these are going to fall out of my chair. All right, I'm going to go here. I got to get the name of the other one. And then we'll have a poll. We can go to the last topic, and then we'll play it on the way out here. So let's go. Videos here, and then I got on here. Game Over. I haven't listened to these in a while, but these are the ones that were on the list. I want to see. All right. Gonna put me to work here. I'm gonna make some more. I gotta make some. I gotta write new ones down. All right. There you go. Those are the 3 songs. So you vote on that poll, and we'll do that at the end. We'll do that one. Hit that like button too. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And there you go. Vaulted songs. That's where I'm going to the vault. So, so while saying here with the Helldiver, with the Hellblade too, was that so rumor has it like, I heard from my sources that, also on a show, and then that just went crazy as a rumor, and now everybody's like, Hellblade 2 is gonna have a PS5 release, and then on top of that, it's like, what are we gonna now the other games are gonna come, and then then Bootleg Jez comes out, and he's like, oh no, it's not true that it's not in the it's not made for PlayStation. The Hellblade 2 is not made for PlayStation. We'll do the Farewell Jim in a few weeks. That'll be his last one. So the thing is this is what happens when you build a culture of rumors, hope, and dreams. And everybody just wants to jump on. Like, I heard, like, I can sit here and go, you know what? My sources told me that, there's going to be DLC for Spider-Man. Probably be honest there. But, like, this is, like, there's going to be DLC, and, it's going to come out probably October. Like, you could bullshit all you want. Who's going to check on you? And what you just put a rumor next to it, and it's like, yeah, okay, fine. Like, I was wrong. Sorry, my sources are wrong. But the problem is that now everybody doesn't like the rumor. They don't like rumors because the rumors now are games leaving their platform. But when it was, I heard the studio was working on 3 games. They got one in the back lot, one in the other lot. Like, they're working on 4 games, and they drew their little chart up. Everybody loved that rumor. But the rumor of, like, and what's hilarious is that all these people, supposedly insiders, had no clue last year that any of this was going on. The frosted glass. Oh, crybaby Aaron. Oh, damn. Chat's the other one. He wants to go wreck it. Like, go right at Aaron. Dinners with Greenberg, Phil, like all these everybody had all this stuff. Rooftop parties, all this stuff, hanging out with all this insider stuff. Nobody knew. Shaking hands with Phil, taking pictures. The guy laid out with a tattoo. I know Ghost, what's his name? Geo always sends me this friggin' dude, this thing where I went crazy with the guy on the tattoo thing. Holy crap. He sends me this one. Do I have it here? Where is this thing? I have this one here. Like this is it. You go in there, you go into, is this me? No, where am I? This is the funniest freaking clip. Like, I'm like, sitting here. You get all this insiders. I know this, I know that. And nobody knew. Nobody even said, hey, there's a potential that games are going to other platforms. Nobody knew. They were in shock. Instead, they went out and they denied it. That's no proof. Even Jez was like, there's no proof that these games, when Hi-Fi Rush was coming out, he's like, there's no proof. There's no proof. And look what happened. And this is the thing. Look at this. Here's a laugh. Here's a laugh here. A little off topic. My guy, God, watch this one. I go off on this thing. What? sorry.
How many tattoos do they got in this film?
Holy shit. Sorry. Volume check.
Oh my god. The guy, what the fuck is going on here? What are we doing here? I can't say this.
This was a game showcase last year. This is
I
what they
see popcorn, and then there's a guy laying all out. True. Please don't tell me this is the true version. This can't be you here. True. What is going on here? Where are the games? What are we?
I can't.
Oh my god. Where are the game? What are we? Who's going there?
You're my number one customer.
Oh my god. Where are the fucking games? Where are the games?
Introvert.
Oh my god, what are we doing? What's going on?
This is last year. It's 23. Fanfest.
Oh shit. They're doing vasectomies.
Later, Mary.
Oh shit, they're doing circumcisions. They're doing circumcisions. They're doing circumcisions and they're gonna cut it in the shape of an Xbox. Oh shit. Where's the game? This is like a full ass goddamn tattoo, like freaking fucking surgery room. What the fucking? I thought this was about games. What the hell is going on here?
I was screaming. I couldn't contain myself. I'm like, what is this? Is Xbox game? Look at this. Xbox Game Showcase Extended 2023. What is this? Meanwhile, what this is going on? Rare is in the frosted glasses, making the game go on the goddamn PS5. This guy get his ass signed. He got his ass signed, and Rare is in frosted glass. They're making the goddamn game for the PS5. This guy get his ass signed.
The guy, what the fuck is going on here?
Rare's making the PS5
I
version.
can't say this.
Meanwhile, they're sitting there Fanfest, the Jersey.
I see popcorn, and then there's a guy laying all out.
Rare behind the frosted glass.
Please don't tell me this is the true version. This can't be you here.
True, tell me.
True. What is going on here? Where are the games? What are we? I can't. Oh my god. Where are the game? What are we? Who's going there?
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you?
Dude, it was wild, dude. They were doing circumcisions at FanFest. Meanwhile, Rare is behind the frosted glasses, excited to make the PS5 version of Sea of Thieves. Holy shit! What are we doing? What are we doing? This guy's getting his friggin' circumcision in an Xbox symbol. He's getting his friggin' circumcision in his Xbox symbol, getting his ass signed. He's getting all laid out. And Rare is over there excited to work on the PS5. He's like, yo, sign my ass, Xbox.
What's going on?
I would have been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
Oh shit, they're doing circumcisions. they're doing circumcisions.
Can you goggle my balls?
They're doing circumcisions and they're gonna cut it in the shape of an Xbox. Phil Spencer approved. Holy shit. But anyway, while that's happening, Rare is excited to work on the PlayStation 5. Oh, you can't tell which one's the real one, dude. I'm laughing at myself, dude. That's crazy. Dude, that clip, man. That was FanFest of last year. Rare's excited to work on the PS5. And then you got that guy grabbing it, and that guy over there laid out like this. You got this clown holding up a Steam Deck going, I got my Xbox handheld. Holy. Dude, they're like drugged up. I think that Phil Ness, they serve it to you when you walk in the door. They must give it to you, and you freaking just see games or something like that. I have no clue. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, boy says, what's behind the frosted glass? Never mind. Just keep doing your cartwheels in the hallway. Keep doing cartwheels. Don't worry. Keep going the moped. Go in the moped down the hallway. Booty's bringing the coffee to you. Do the cartwheels. Don't worry about the real people working behind the frosted glass. Don't worry about like the Wizard of Oz. Don't worry about these people really doing their job. Don't worry about these people. Don't look here. These people are actually working. Go do your cartwheels. Go drive your moped down to Sue's office down there. These people are doing their work. Herman Holt's got him in there with no freaking coffee, no lunch. Make the PS5 version now. Make the PS5 version right now. No frosted glass. Nobody comes out here. That's right, man. He's like, don't worry, these people are working. We took a few people who still want to work here. They go behind the frosted glass. They're excited to work. They go PS5 version. You go do cartwheels. Go in the game room. Go roll the dice. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, and second us too.
Get your scooter out of here. Holy crap.
12 minutes and Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Plague Requiem.
That's right. Herman's behind the glass going, quality. I want a quality port. Listen, it makes sense. Why the hell did you think that there was 120 frames of Pentiment on the PS5 as opposed to the Xbox version of Pentiment? The PlayStation 5 version got 120 frames because they're behind the frosted glass. They're behind the frosted glass where the Sony developer, they're there with the PS5 going, quality. White gloves working on our PS5. White gloves now, quality. I want 120 frames on Pentiment. They're like, sir, what do you even do? I don't care. Quality. All right, we'll just tell them it's a bug on Xbox. I don't give a shit, but it's 120 frames on PlayStation. Quality. Why do you think that? Because Sue on the moped was doing Pentiment. 60 frames, that's just good enough. All right, good. Booty's like, all right, what do you want? Cappuccino? Okay, I'll get it for you. 60 frames is fine. But for Herman, frosted glass, bitch, 120. That game looks like shit. That's a storyboard game. That's a friggin' interactive book. That shit better be 120, nothing less. Frosted glass, get over there. Hi-Fi Rush gonna be 120 frames. Oh shit, if that's 120 frames, dude, there's magic behind that frosted glass. That's right. Herman told him, you're doubling the frames on this goddamn book, goddamn never-ending story game. This is definitely 120 frames. He walked in there, they said, Phil wants to bring this game over here, and he's like, what is this shit? He looks at it, he's like, 120 frames, Pentiment, the never-ending story book. Get it over there. They're like, but sir, it's 60 on Xbox. He's like, but this is PlayStation. The PlayStation's quality. 120 frames on this book game. Probably won't sell shit, but put it on there. 120 frames minimum. That's it. But But he said Susan on the moped, she could only get a 60. He goes, I don't care about Susan. She's high on those cappuccinos, that booty serving them. PlayStation, 120 frames. I did 3 buttons. Frosted Glass, bitch. That's a new song. We got the Frosted Glass song. Holy shit, we got the Frosted Glass song. That's right. But in a world... Dude, Amanda, with the emojis, dude. That was perfect. Goddamn Scooter. Brian East says, Holtz is like, I better not see any space between those frames. This is a friggin' book, a storybook game. I'm making open worlds. Aloy, you could see her. You could see the peach fuzz on her chin. This Pentiment, minimum 120 frames. That's what he said. That's what he said. And now get behind that Frosted Glass. You guys work. The rest of them, they can have the coffee. They're doing cartwheels. They're playing. This is Xbox, exactly. Let them go over there. He's like, they're like, but sir, I want to look at the glass. I want to see the circus. No, you work here. 120 frames. But the circus is outside. Sue's driving the moped again. And Phil's doing cartwheels in slow motion. Now, stay here, you work. Frosted Glass. That's what he said. You Frosted Glass, you know. That's what he said. Minimum storybook. Yeah, it's done. It was a bug. Yeah, it was a bug. That's what Herman's like. That's sir, we're gonna tell them Xbox. We'll tell them it's a bug. I don't give a shit. He didn't care. You tell them it's a bug. Lie to their face. You lied about everything else. Why not? But you wonder. You wonder. How did they get that? Because the Frosted Glass. So now they got these inside. Oh, well, I heard this. I heard. Listen, for a company that utilized influences, that utilized the media, that utilized Twitter, that utilized all these hype shows, giving access to leaks, lunches, this, all this stuff. They are the ones that kept Xbox relevant because Xbox wasn't keeping themselves relevant. They were putting out games and they were putting out excuses. Ah, well, it's fun with friends. Fun with friends. Fun with friends. That's what it is. Fun with friends. It's a passion project. What happened to Bleeding? Oh, passion project. What happened to Crackdown the Cloud? Oh, well, they sold it off. They were doing all the excuses. All the excuses. Sony was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. So, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like Iron Man. Like Iron Man. Exactly. RPG88 was a member for 14 months. He's one of the golden grinders over there. Phil is a #1 PlayStation salesman. Oh, yeah. He's their biggest fan. Just go buy a PS5, he said. But you listen, this meltdown. Now you got insiders fighting insiders. You got all this stuff because they built this narrative and excuses for a company that was underperforming. A quadruple A, the Initiative. What happened to them? They were the rock stars. Now they're nothing. Oh, Perfect Doc. That's perfect. Bootleg's like, oh, it's perfectly normal. They're working with Crystal Dynamics. It's normal. Booty comes out there like, oh, yeah, we do that all the time. Oh, here goes Playground. Oh, they're working with Eidos. Oh, we do this all the time. What do you mean you do this all the time? You build a rock star. They were taking pictures of sunsets at Venice Beach. This rock star team of Venice Beach. The new Initiative. Here they come. And now they're a skeleton crew. Like 4 people in an office setting. Grinders, do we need to go check? Do you want to go check on the Initiative? You think they updated their website? Because the only thing that's on the Initiative... the Initiative Studio. Do we want to go check in on the Initiative? Let's go check on the Initiative. Let's go see how they're doing. Let's go check in on them. Let's see what game, how Perfect Doc's coming. You want to go check in on them, see how they're doing? Let's go check in on the Initiative. Let's go see. Where are they? announced Perfect Dark. And December 10th, 2020, they announced Perfect Dark. Holy geez. What's the initiative's website? I can't even find their website. Where are they? There they are. Let's go check in on them. Let's see how they're doing. Let's see about the devs. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, they got Perfect Dark. The same trailer from 4 years ago is right here. A CGI trailer. Let's see how it's doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, man. 4 years ago. Man, look at this game.
The fires. The corporations gave us
solutions. Man. Look at this game. Oh, man.
And
look
we
at
welcome
this.
them into our
I'm fast forwarded. It's so entertaining. Look, it looks like the Xbox Studios always. Whatever. I don't even know if there's real music here. Whatever. There it is. Same trail 4 years ago. 4 years ago. That's how the initiative's doing. Let's see. I think they learned about our studio. Let's take a look at them. Nope, never updated it. Let me ask you something. What kind of image is this? You are looking to become a game developer. Want to learn about the initiative. Why did they take a picture of their coffee machine? Why did they take a picture of their break room? Is this incentive going, look at this. You have access to 2 microwaves and a toaster oven. We also have a cappuccino machine. We have personal seating for team members. Just 2 people could sit here romantically. We also have an open bar here of people sitting here. So Booty comes in. He has we got a full oven. This is a game. Learn about our studio. They got 2 paragraphs and a picture of the break room. This is the initiative. No people working on computer screens and cubicles. No office meeting room. No frosted glass, by the way. No frosted glass. They have a soda machine. Look, there's a soda. They got a fridge. Look at this. They got the goddamn Frigidaire over here. Look at. They got a. Let me ask you a question. Why is this Gordon Ramsay's test kitchen? Is that what this is?
It's not even paint. It's raw.
And why is there Master Chef oven with the event, a hood? Is somebody cooking filet mignons and steaks? Why is there a full range gas oven with a hood? Is this Gordon Ramsay's test kitchen? We got Chef Mike, 2 microwaves. We got a toaster oven. We have 2 coffee machines. And then Booty comes in on the weekends and serves us fresh cup of coffee. That's when we sit here and we cheer him on. But here's the menu right here. Matt Booty Selections. Right here. Matt Booty Selections. This is what, come work at our gaming studio. Look at our break room. This is them. Oh, look at this. Quadruple A, they told me.
From the studio, trash finger in tow, making quality suck, but Phil says it's a go. Game Pass got my back, it's alright or die. Even with
Chef Mike.
I'ma touch the sky. Oh yeah, booty bounce, trash finger quality.
Come work at the initiative. Look it up.
Got my back, don't you see?
Booty bounce.
Booty bounce, trash finger quality. Oh, yeah. Phil says it's okay. It's all for the Game Pass League.
Booty bounce. This is what we're doing. So there's the initiative for you. Hey. Come work for us. So anyway, and they're making quadruple A Perfect Dark. Enjoy. Hope you have a good coffee, guys. Yeah. Todd Howard would be excited about this thing over here, the soda machine. He's excited about his studio when they had it. Exactly. Ryan, that was another thing. He says even the lead guy at the initiative stopped tweeting back in June after the Embracer group fired a bunch of people. Exactly. What's going on? But to bring it back to the influences, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is normal. It's fine. The initiative is just working. It's fine. No concept art, no updates, nothing. Nothing. But the media and the influence, oh, it's fine. My insiders said it's fine. Guess what the insiders never told you? They're partnering with the Crystal Dynamics. Remember when I went on my rants and videos about how the insiders are selective insiders? They won't share any negative news. They only share oh, the studio's working on 2 games. Well, really. But then when you hear about Halo and trouble development, then all of a sudden they go, oh, yeah, I heard that too. After it breaks, oh, yeah, I heard that too. Oh, yeah, they were having issues before. Bootleg is the biggest culprit of this. Oh, yeah, I heard that, yeah, the contractors weren't working out. Where were you when they said Halo wasn't going to be fully featured? Where were you? Oh, it's fine. No, it's normal. It's all fear-mongering. It's fine. But then when it hits and it's delayed, oh, yeah, I heard. My sources told me. What I've been hearing is that they were in trouble development. Yeah, I heard that. Really? Oh, yeah. It's all like, I heard, oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, when the shit hits the fan, now all of a sudden you heard that. That's what I mean. So for the whole stupid Xbox, I told you, they kept it alive for lying about them. Now their lies are catching up because the lies that they made to cope with the situation have now bit them in the ass. And now the lies could be games leaving the platform. Now those, oh, no, negativity. No. Oh, really? And now they're civil warring on each other because they don't believe insiders. And if you remember back in January when this whole thing blew up, it was like, my insiders are right, your inside Starfield's coming. Oh, but mine said no. It was more about clout of who had better insiders and heard what they heard than somebody else. It wasn't even about the friggin' news. It was about, yo, I trust my guy. I trust my insider. I trust your insider's not right. My insider's right. Dude, it's probably the same person on the phone. Yeah, it's probably the same guy on the phone. He's like, hey, man. Know what I heard? Yeah, I heard that Hellblade 2 is going over to PlayStation. Don't tell anybody. But that's what I've been hearing, man. I've been hearing that it's a whole slate of games coming. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody else. I think Hellblade 2 and Starfield possibly going over to PlayStation. Then he talks to one guy. Then he calls up somebody else.
Hey, this is out. It's a deal, and yeah, I could tell you that Starfield may not be coming to PlayStation, but it's staying on Xbox. It's only the 4 games right now, but yeah, just don't tell anybody. But yeah, it's not Starfield. Starfield's not coming. Okay.
Then he calls again. He's like, oh, calls him up. And he's like, he calls up another one.
Huh? Hi. How you doing? Yeah. You know what? Hellblade 2 is coming to PlayStation Switch. But not right now. Not right now. But I'm only dedicated to you. You're my only contact. I'm always talking to you, alright? So please, don't tell anybody. Just keep it a secret between the 2 of us, okay? Gotcha. I'll give you some more tips later on. But don't call me. I'll call you. Okay? See ya.
Man, that's how they are. That's how they are. And then you got the other inside. Here comes the other insider. Here he comes. Here comes the other insider.
Hi, I'm telling you, I can't talk right now. It's really busy. I can't talk. Can't do it right this second. But I'm telling you, it's... Hold on.
Who am I talking to? Yo, I'm sorry. I just got out of a meeting. Sorry. They told me it is confirmed. Starfield is going to the PS5. I can't talk right now. I can't say anything. Okay, good. All right. See ya.
So, sorry, I can't even talk about what's going on. Listen, please. I'm only talking to you. Just you, all right? I didn't tell anybody, but it is confirmed. Don't mind the other guy. They're still in the meeting. I'm telling you right now. Hellblade 2 is in development for the PS5, all right? I'm your source. Only you. All right, man. See you later.
Dude, that's it. It's the same guy. It's the same insider. He talking this one. My insider. It's the same guy. Oh, damn. True Virgil said that voice got him hot. You listen, True Virgil, you want to listen to the show? I do that voice. Oh, man. And then they call Bootleg Jazz, and Bootleg Jazz, he gets his insiders. Where's his insider? Here's his insider. It's Bootleg Jazz.
Hey, what's up? Yo, that was Herman. The Xbox, PlayStation, it's all exclusive. Don't worry, Bootleg. Just for you, nothing is coming to PlayStation. It's all about exclusives. Phil told me in the meeting. Okay? I'm only your insider. Okay? So, don't call me. I'll call you. But it's confirmed. Exclusives are huge. And they're not going to the other platforms. Hey? Alright. See ya.
Craziness, man. That's how it turned. That was the Xbox influencers, insiders, their sources for what they're saying. It was the same person using voiceovers and telling them all different things. That is what they built their game. That's what they built it on. They built it on hopes and dreams from these insiders that probably were the same person, just like professional leaks, all this other crap. That's what it was. Instead of just, and it diverted them from like, yo, there's no games. Yo, it got delayed. Yo, this game sucks. The quality is poor. Don't worry about it. My insiders told me they're fixing it. Get the hell out of here. Some Kingdom Hearts side quest beta shit. Yo. True Virgil's going to go back to that tattoo parlor after he heard those voices. He's ready to go. From Xbox to Xbox. But the thing is that, listen, YouTube, Twitter, my insiders told me, Xbox chats, Phil Spencer told me, all this trash, insider catfishing, right? That's what it's like. Listen, let me ask you people, how many people have access to these inside sources? Does that make sense? If everybody has access to these people, you have like podcasts. What I'm hearing is, what I heard was, what they're telling me is, who would sold this? Listen, It's not like one podcast. It's like 10. Everybody that has an Xbox in their name has some sort of insider. Don't you think that's strange? Don't you think that's weird? What kind of insider is this? Everybody that has in their name. What I'm hearing, everybody, all of a sudden, if I just put Xbox Grindhouse in here, do I get one too? Like, do I get one? The gaming Xbox Grindhouse, do I get an insider too? Because it seems like everybody gets one. You just turn your content to green, and you get assigned an insider. I don't know, but don't you think it's strange that every one of those insiders are like around? Like, you have to have some sort of insider. Is that because, like, hey, you'll watch me because I'll like, and who knows? Maybe some are real, some aren't. But like, don't you think that's strange? What I'm hearing, like, I know, like, what I'm hearing is, I'm heard this. Oh, they told me. Oh, I know this is coming. And I'm sure some have legit insiders. But I think there's a lot of people that just kind of piggyback off of that stuff and kind of maybe have some, like, GameStop employee going like, yeah, my insider told me the Xbox is shipping a lot of consoles. Like, I don't know, but it's just so strange. Like, I believe, like, like Rand, probably the Iron Lords, like, I believe they know, they have people. But, like, some of these other shows, like, who? Who are you? Like, who this? I confirmed with 4 of my insiders. You got 4? You got 4 insiders. Free insider account with a YouTube. I don't know. Like, there are people that are legit contacts, all right? I know. I'm sure they do. Because I'm sure. But some of these others, and he's like, there's a guy who has, like, he just started his channel. He's like, my insiders told me. He's like, whoa, how did you get an insider? Would it come with the YouTube subscription? That's right, yeah, boy. And I think that's what they do. They kind of, the media does that too. Yeah, I agree. Rand, Jez too. He works for freaking, he'll call him a book, like, whatever, but he wins for Windows Central. He has contacts. Paul Thurrott, Brad Sams. They got in, like, yeah, Thurrott.com and Brad Sams, those people, I believe. That's why I listened to Jez and Rand, because, like, they will probably have the most, well, I don't know about Jez, but, like, they know people. But again, the thing is that the culture of Xbox was built off of rumors and insiders because Microsoft and Phil weren't doing their jobs. All right? They were misconstruing stuff, telling you one thing and doing another. More people are paying. Nobody's paying for subscriptions. More people are growing. Well, we've hit the cap. Microsoft's messaging was all over the place, and they try to use the media and influencers to explain for them. Well, what happened is that it confused the market, and now Xbox has no friggin' messaging. They have no PR, and they try to damage control all this stuff.
Whatever your name is,
the 3 Musketeers.
get ready for the
Welcome
big surprise.
Ryan Noonan to the Grindhouse. Now they're the 3 stooges on the stage having to damage control what their rumor mill did. The thing that they created. The influences, the rumors, all this stuff that they created, they had to go and take it on the chin again with that Xbox podcast because they created that. They created that situation. And you're right, all right? I think they feed off of each other. Well, what I heard was, and they probably heard another podcast say something, and it's just that kind of that messaging. But they built into that, and now that's what's hurting them. Because the messaging is all over the place. And Phil did this to himself. Phil did this to himself because he is not clear on what is what. Everything is case by case. You don't run a business case by case. All right? Because these decisions cannot be made on a whim. You see, the frosted glass. This wasn't a case by case for Sea of Thieves. This was calculated and planned. This wasn't a case by case. They probably got frosted glasses now in all the studios. You don't just go, oh, whoa. It was on top pre-orders this weekend. All right, case, start working on Halo. No. The decisions were made before. That's what the point is with this frosted glass shit. This was doing for over a year. They were excited about a partnership with Rare. They actually helped Rare make the PlayStation 5 port. And then when you hear people, oh, you could just port it over to Xbox, it'll be fine. Dude, they've been working behind frosted glasses with PlayStation developers and another helper to port these games over. Somebody just don't hit save as PlayStation game, save as Xbox game. That's not how a port works. I'm not in game development, but I can tell you damn well it's not save as Xbox game. There has to be work on that one, especially when you got Booster involved. So for people to say, like, oh, PlayStation could just put the games on Xbox, that's work. That's time. Who's paying the people behind the frosted glass? Who's doing that? It's hard to be Xbox, Ryan, right? Phil Spencer said that. Pray for Xbox. Digital Foundry. But Microsoft, Xbox did this themselves. They believed in Phil. Phil lied through his teeth. He was inconsistent. He kind of dragged them along, used them to help with the ABK deal, used the influences, used insiders, used the media to talk about why this is good. He did all this stuff, played them like a fiddle, and then in January pulled the rug from underneath them saying, we've been secretly working on making PlayStation 5 games of our exclusive IPs that identify with us, supposedly. And now, the cat's out of the bag. That's what I mean, how all Xbox games have gone poof. All Xbox games have gone poof because now every game that they talk about could be a rumored PlayStation 5 version is in development. Nintendo Switch version is in development because he opened the gates. And if you remember, go back to when it was just Hi-Fi Rush. That was the leak with the T-shirts, remember? The T-shirts and all that other stuff. And they're like, just Hi-Fi Rush. That's it. Just Hi-Fi Rush. Then it became 4 games. Then 5 games. Then, oh, here come all the Rare games to Nintendo's subscription service. Oh, you had to go a podcast about it. So this doesn't sound like a one-off, Phil, because you wouldn't have gone through a podcast and had all this PR and marketing. Rare, full article, how they developed the game. Like, they're putting the work in. Did you see what else they did? After years of people complaining about cheats in Sea of Thieves, people cheating in Sea of friggin' Thieves, they are going after cheaters in a big way. Finally, 2 days ago, Sea of Thieves is making its first big step to combating the Sea of Thieves cheaters later this month. Much relief to its player base. Now they're doing this. You know why? Because quality is assured. They're trying to sell this game. This is not a day one throw in a subscription, we'll fix it later. They are asking money up front for this. They got to look at the difference of approach when you have to sell a product. Look at the difference. They were talking about cheaters and grifters and all this other stuff for years. They didn't do anything. But all of a sudden, you got your quality people behind the frosted glass. Uh-oh. Cheating is a big problem. Our gamers will not play your game and stay. If there's cheating and grifting, that has to be fixed. We're on it, Herman. Quality has to go up because they're selling this game. Rare quoting, we can't wait to come to PlayStation. Doing a hype video for Sea of Thieves. You see the difference of approach. Dude, why would they go out of their way for this amount of game, for this game, for so old? Because they're trying to sell it. And because this is the beginning of the end for Xbox games. If you consider them going to PlayStation, the end. That's saving them. But now, every game. Remember, if they were hoping no games are going to PlayStation, well, if just one does, and it wasn't a one-off, it wasn't like Minecraft where they just kind of did it under the table. Phil is shouting from his chest, these games are going to PlayStation, the Switch. He wants to shout out from his chest, but he's trying to be reserved. Because he doesn't want to upset the loyalists to him, which he already has. So, they did this to themselves. They made the media and influences explain for them because they were inconsistent in their messaging. So the influencers had to spin it and said what he said was. Phil didn't mean that, though. What Tim Stewart really meant was, what they said was, oh, good, they're going to damage control for my inconsistencies. And that's what happened. And now the same influences that they created, the insiders that they created, are now spreading other things and using that thing like, well, you gave me some bad info. Well, I'm now going to spread some info as well. This game's coming. And look how it gets picked up now. Idle Sloth tweets it out. The media is now saying Hellblade 2 is coming to PlayStation. They blow it up. It's out of control. Hell, I would love to just do a video right now and be like, hey, you know what, guys? Master Chief Collection is coming to PlayStation in a month. They clip it, they run it up there, they write articles. Done. That's all you need to do. You just sit here and go, you know what? You know what? Let me think. You know what? Recore Ultimate Edition will be announced in another month. It's Recore's anniversary. It's going to be announced. All right. Give me the clout. That's it. I told you. My insiders told me. That's it. There's no responsibility. There's none of this stuff. You just say it on a show, gets clipped, or somebody writes it, and it runs wild on the internet. And the media is just default on it. They just pick it up and blow it up. Because what they're trying to do is what the media wants to do is take these little rumors and blow them up, and hopefully they get the clicks. But also they hope that it creates such a commotion that Microsoft now is forced to drop some news. Because what that podcast was perfect, because the media did that. It's almost like TMZ, where they're like, you know what? If we create too much of a commotion, they're going to have to say, all right, I deny it. It's true. We're coming. And they have to do that. Microsoft created this because they didn't just deliver quality games and called it a day. Instead, it was all this other rhetoric of, it's everywhere, it's nowhere, it's just this game, it's case by case, maybe, I'm going to make it exclusive, stop making the PlayStation version, oh, I changed my mind, now we're back on PlayStation, oh, let's do... And the influence is all over the place. Wow, what he said was, what do you mean? Was games everywhere, Xbox don't matter, okay, oh, no, it does matter, I love Xbox, oh, no, it's going away. It's such a ruse. They played everybody. Exactly. They want the clicks, not the truth. But now they're fixing Sea of Thieves because they got to sell it. But Poof Master Phil, he made this happen because they were inconsistent. And he just damaged There's no excitement now for an Xbox game because now there's always that doom cloud over it that even though they celebrated when everybody plays, we all win, it's just, there's a little caveat there with not PlayStation or not Nintendo. Which made no sense. So, it is what it is. Flip-flop Phil Spencer. But that Xbox meltdown, dude, now, they're all at each other's throats. Your sources are wrong. You're wrong. I heard nothing. Jez shot him down. But meanwhile, Jez was the one that said they're not making any games for PlayStation. And then they do Hi-Fi Rush and 4 other games. So what's his source? Like, what happened to him? Is that a fanboy response to try to crush this? Because I remember him on the podcast going like, well, you know what? What sucks now, if this is true, that means every game is going to get questioned. That was his problem. So what he's trying to do is damage control it and shut it down before it blows up. Like, oh, he's wrong about Hellblade 2. So he's shooting it down to try to stop the commotion. It's ridiculous. And Microsoft won't say anything. They let them all fight. They're like, I don't care. We're losing anyway. To the cloud. Well, with that, grinders, let's close this poll out and see who won. And let's see. For incredible super chats, and thank you again to Ghost for incredible, Ghost in the Garage Gaming. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And thank you to all the VIPs. And Ultimate Grinders, you want to upgrade to Ultimate Grinder? If you're gifted a VIP, you could get an Ultimate Grinder. I think it's like $5 to upgrade, and you can listen to all the songs. But due to that awesome thing, I'm doing another drop today. So we had the first drop. That's there. But you're going to listen here. Whoever's on here, we got over 300 people here. Hit that like button. We're going to see who won the vote. Where the hell's my vote? I don't even know where all my poll is now. I closed the poll. Is it on here? Oh, here it is. I'm closing the poll. Ending the poll now. Get your last minute votes in. Last minute votes in. What song is it going to be? A debut right here live. Oh, not that one. We'll let the new debut play, and then we're gonna end the poll. So here it goes. This was a song that was debuted, voted on by the grinders, the VIPs, and the. Here's your thinking music. Polls will be closing.
Now they shout out and proud. They got the most important cloud. Just buy a PS5 and you will see the level of quality. It's a game changer. Graphics to the gameplay. It's a whole new world, can't you say? They got Barrett, and it's Cloud and Tifa. And days how they gonna beat ya. Now you can sign up for the Game Pass for $1. Or get a PC to wait. But just buy a PS5 and be that date. I'm tired of the same old game, playing on repeat. Gotta break free, gotta find something sweet. And I heard about a brand new thing, a clean and dream.
Quality, baby.
PS5. It's the answer. PS5.
Quality.
The level of quality, it's a game changer. Graphics to the gameplay. It's a whole new world, can't you say?
Final Fantasy, baby. And with that, and that can be listened to on the Grindhouse playlist. And now, without further ado, the votes and polls are closed. We will see what the results are. And let me get the super chat from Kali Ugo at the 5. He goes, my sources are better than your sources. And the best source is my Monad source. Thank you so much, Kali. Yes, exactly. That's what it turned into. That's what it is. So let's see. Ooh, coming in number one after 149 votes. The bonus song that we will get, thanks to Ghosts, for his wonderful donation. Ghosts in the Garage Gaming, thank you again. You're going to get a brand new song listening right here. Goo Goo Gaga Game Pass Games. I knew this was going to be a favorite when I created it. I knew this was going to be a favorite. So let's get to it and let's do the musical release. And here we go. Without further ado, hit that like button, grinders. And if you want, we could do an encore of it, but we'll see if in case you missed it. And then, where is it? Oh, Google Gaga, here it is. All right, get ready. Hit that like button. Here it goes. Google Gaga Game Pass Games. New release. Thank you for Ghosts in the Garage Gaming.
Baby, come on, let's play a little game. Goo Goo Gaga, we're all in the same frame. Grab your Game Pass, load it up real quick. Dive into the virtual world, ready to click. Ooh, yeah. Goo Goo Gaga, there are no players, can't you see? Jumping in the game, baby, you and me. Feel the waiting list to join my Xbox party. Goo Goo Gaga Game Pass Games, what are we doing here? Pass games. What are we doing here? Oh yeah.
Oh man, Google Gaga.
Baby, come on, let's play a little game. Goo goo gaga, we're on the same frame. Grab your Game Pass, load it up real quick.
On that little goo goo gaga.
Dive into the virtual world, ready to click. Yeah, goo goo gaga, there are no players.
On that little
Can you see?
gaga.
Jumping in the game, baby, you and me. Fill the waiting list to join my Xbox party. Goo goo gaga, Game Pass games. What are we doing here? Goo goo gaga, Game Pass games. What are we doing here?
On that little goo goo gaga. My little baby, little Fisher Price plastic toy.
Baby, come.
There it is, Grinder. Oh man, Google Gaga Game Pass games. What do you think? What are we doing here? What did you think of that song? Do we want an encore? Oh man, you like that one? There it is. Thank you again. That's voted on by the Grinders. Song approved. There you go. The Philness anthem, dude. And there's plenty more. That's it. I said that was an unreleased song. So like that, there are more there, and you have access to those as an Ultimate Grinder. Again, you could upgrade, or you could just subscribe to be an Ultimate Grinder, and you'll have access to all those playlist game unreleased songs. So there'll be a new ones this week, and they'll get voted on by the Ultimate Grinders, and the one that wins will be released next week. So this one was just buy a PS5, and this one I'll drop here for you guys, because thanks to Ghost for an incredible super chat there. So we'll drop that one. But yeah, hey, you're locked here, man. Entertainment, dude. I told you, there's so much coming to the Grindhouse. You're not ready. And when I say it's coming, I'm not excited about what I don't announce. I'm excited about what's coming, because I'm showing you exactly what's coming. There it is. Pause. And we're going to do that. We're going to end on the Goo Goo Gaga one more time for the Grinders. Let us do a Goo Goo Gaga and close us out with some Goo Goo Gagas. And here we go.
Come on, let's play a little game. Goo goo gaga, we're all in the same frame. Grab your Game Pass, load it up real quick. Dive into the virtual world, ready to click. Goo goo gaga, there are no players, can't you see? Jumping in the game, baby, you and me. Feel the waiting list to join my Xbox party. Goo goo gaga, Game Pass games. What are we doing here? Goo goo gaga, Game Pass games. What are we doing here? Baby, come on, let's play a little game. Goo goo gaga, we're on the same frame. Grab your Game Pass, load it up real quick. Dive into the virtual world, ready to click. Yeah, goo goo gaga, there are no players. Can you see? Jumping in the game, baby, you and me. Fill the waiting list to join my Xbox party. Goo goo gaga, Game Pass games. What are we doing here?
On that little
Goo goo gaga, Game Pass games. What are we doing here?
My little baby, little Fisher Price plastic toy. On that little goo goo gaga.
There you go, Grinders. I'll wrap it up with some Phil Ness circus. But anyway, thank you again, Grinders. Hit that like button on your way out. Give you a little tune to listen to on your way out here as we close up. But yeah, keep it locked here to Game and Grind. Has more to come. More streaming, more shows, more Grinds Bites, and more awesome music.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do. We haven't done our best work with our first party output.
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the company.
Good night, Grinders.
I hear some criticism.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times.
Hit that like, share it out. That's a fair.
Subscribe. It is fair to say. And
let the credits roll.
I control you, just as in a game. But don't try to fight me back. You can't break me. Try
Would you skip that? What you just played? Everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and just build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
I'm here.
Enough!
Boo.
I'm a little Gaga!
That's work in gaming. It's a core business for